how it is, but let's do it, I guess.
All right. Well, everybody, welcome to the world of Reinhardt. It's only been around for about 20 or 30,000 years, which is pretty young for a new planet. It was created in the visions of Bahamut and Tiamat as one of their material plane worlds, is testing and their powers out and whatnot. A lot of things have happened with the introduction of each kind of their dragons, and then eventually mortal races showing up, and then of course with the arrogance of dragons comes war with races that they deem lesser than them. But that's not what this tale is going to be about. Our tale is going to be starting off in the extremely hot, dry desert of the Mizra Desert. And we will be arriving to Port Belden with a few of our groups arriving by boat, some by foot, but that's where our story will be taking place.
How do you spell that desert again?
Yeah.
Which one?
The desert.
MSRAH.
Port Eldon?
Port Belden.
Oh. Did you say MIS?
MSRAH.
That's right.
What?
Now, as our ships are docking into the port, taking their time, it's apparently pretty busy this time of year for ports to be coming in and out. The city seems to be bustling. As our few ships start to make their way into the port, it's extremely hot. I'd say it's probably like it's getting closer to dusk, so you guys are arriving pretty late.
What time of year?
It's hard to tell.
Like seasons.
Oh, it'd probably be like summer.
It's Christmas. It's double hot.
Yeah. Double hot.
Hot squaving.
As the ships dock, 3 of our troop will slowly be making their way off of one of their current ship. Jess, if you would like to describe your character as you're getting off the boat.
My character is a 3 to 4 feet tall.
3 to 4 feet.
3 to 4 feet tall. Paragon, who has what I like to call a sunburst mohawk, orange shutter shades on, and a dark blue jacket.
And following up that rear, Cass, if you'd like to please describe your character.
All right, coming off the boat behind my good friend Kelvin is a little bit of a shorter looking half elf, about 5'10", short brown hair, mostly green clothing, nice leather armor, with blue runic tattoos over his whole face. You can see one on his hand a little bit too. Carrying a bow across his back with a sword and a shield on him. But the sword's currently sheathed because, it was civilized,
And there's a little bit of creaking on the platform as it's going down. JP, if you would please describe your character.
I'm a 6 foot tall turtle. About 420 pounds.
Lindsay creaking.
Orange skin, kind of a green shell. Got a big wicked staff. Kind of a vacant look as I'm just absorbing the port around, trying to take in everything at once.
I would definitely say for the 3 of you, this heat is something new to you. You're like you've had some heat in your summers, but this is like a whole new level of heat.
I'm going to go ahead and not really like this a whole lot, so I'm going to go ahead and just start and see what else we're going to be the past a little bit too. I'm going to go and get a nice little gust going, and just try to cool soul off a little bit, using gusts just every once in a while. Basically like carrying out a fan, just like everyone, just soak it in a little bit. It's not that hot.
Turn and let it billow the jacket. Nah, you're billow with it.
No.
Always straight up.
They're stiff. As you guys get onto the docks, they're busy. People are unloading stuff from all the ships that are currently docked at the moment. You can see all sorts of races from mostly Leonians in this city, You can see guards stationed about every 50 or so feet along the dock. Outside that, you have your typical elves, humans, any other type of race you can really think of, just wandering around, talking to each other, trades, buying.
I'll stand very close to the legs of the turtle and the elves,
Okay.
not venturing too far to look like a tasty treat.
So what else are you guys doing?
You know, we can move the area. I don't really know what you all are here for. I know what you're looking for, but we got to start somewhere, you know. So, you know, we go to the tavern, I guess. You go somewhere, guild hall, something of the sort. They'll get us to somewhere where people know things. Other than that, I don't really know what to look for now.
These will leave, right?
While we're walking, how's the weather looking?
The weather? It's pretty clear day. You see like a cloud here every now and then, but yeah, it's pretty blue skies. So as you guys start making your way off the docks, who's leading?
I guess me, since he's afraid he's slow. So
Right, and
I'm
you-
probably bumping into a lot of people.
Yeah. As you're leading this, and you go to make the corner, I need you to make a dexterity check.
Dexterity check. All right.
Purple.
Okay.
Purple.
This is the mood set right here.
This better be a captain roll.
Oh, it's not.
It's medium.
16.
All right. So as you're coming around this kind of like blind corner, as you're making your way into the actual city, you almost bump into something a little bit bigger than you. Joe, if you'd please describe your character.
Shit. Hello there.
So you see looks to be about a 6 foot tall frog guy walking around with we'll call it a staff looking thing. Has some skulls on it. Walking stick. He's fairly large. I mean, you're probably looking at probably 250 plus pounds. He's a very, very large individual.
Big boy.
Big boy.
But as you're standing there kind of minding your own business, not really paying attention to anything, this younger fella comes around the corner, almost bumps into you, but he manages to catch himself before
Follow me.
bumping.
Watch where you're going.
I'm trying. I'm just.
I walk into your back,
Oh, right into him.
And you take 1d4.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
They're sorry.
Don't.
It's quite okay.
Hate me.
And as you notice a head poking out from behind him, Matt, if you'd like to describe your character.
From just my head poking out, I'm about 4.5 feet tall. You see a pale bird-like creature. I am completely white on one half and completely black on another half. Almost like a mix between a raven and a dove. And I am like quite literally tethered to him. I'm just following. Very observant of everything looking around, but I'm also like looking very nervous because there's a lot of people to
No.
pay.
You two would have probably gotten here like maybe 30 minutes before their ship did, so.
Please don't eat me. I know I'm small, but you're big, but I'm not edible.
I mean, I'm
I've
sure
only
you
seen-
probably
I've only
are
seen them
edible.
eat
to
bugs.
some-
What?
I'm sure you're probably edible to some people or things.
That's a possibility, I guess.
Top of my head.
I won't recommend it though. I think I might get some bad indigestion if I guess.
You know, I don't make a habit of eating with people.
Oh, good. You're big, you know.
Been told that a few times.
Yeah. Hello, little bad
Your
friend.
friend is quite large too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
5 feet.
If I did.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Kind of tilt my head.
Do they speak at all, or they just kind of stare at people?
Very few, very little.
Ask him if his pet has a name. You do. Does your pet have a name?
Not a head. It's its own individual.
She's a people.
Zoya.
Sawyer?
Zoya.
Zoya. Alright, Zoya. Pleasure to meet you, Zoya.
Zoya just doesn't have very many words.
How you doing?
I look at my feather. Look away.
All right.
All right. You tried. That's all that matters.
I'm just doing this now. Sweet, it's awkward.
Zoya's learning.
I mean, aren't we all? You know,
Yes.
I guess. So maybe Ortall. Ortall's pretty smart, but I think. You still learning? Are you still learning? Or are you more of like a learned man at this point?
Know some things.
I mean, he's the smartest
How big did you say?
Ortal I've ever met. What about you?
Have you got a lot of turtles?
No, he's the first.
Oh, then that's, is he also the dumbest?
I'm just
No.
fascinated.
I'm just kind of spacing out looking at the architecture around us.
Got space, you gotta look at you.
So,
There's a lot of
have names?
right now.
yeah, nice to meet you on Fulminus. From that way, I'm just going to point at the ocean.
Ortall.
Fulminus?
Yes.
Ortall.
Ortall?
I say over my shoulder.
I'm Kelvin.
No.
As you look around.
And what would your name be exactly?
I'm Tawhito.
Tawhito?
Tawhito. Tawhito. At least that's what the young ones call
Tawhito. The young ones. Are you with more people?
No, no.
What?
That's the young ones back in the village that I used to.
Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from all around. I travel a lot.
It seems a little suspicious.
I don't know. He's got a nice name.
It is. I do like your name. It's fun. Rolls of the tongue, Terry.
He didn't hit you.
But it's true, you didn't eat me either. And I appreciate that.
I have a feeling if I was a little sketchy, as you said, I would have probably eaten you, or at least hit you.
That's fair. A lot of people hit me in the past.
Don't hit him.
Please don't hit me.
Violence is very rarely good.
And I don't know that, though. I like the way you're thinking, but I violence works a lot. Is that right? What do you think about violence?
I'm like still like focused on just
What do you think about violence?
It's the cutest everything.
it's like the little cute girl. Yeah, just
However,
not bad.
Alright. Sounds pretty good. I like that answer.
About this time, it is starting to get a little darker. Like the sun is up like this halfway through, pointing at me now.
I don't know what your plans are, but we're going to whatever the nearest thing is where we can stay for the night. I don't feel like being in a port city at night is really a good idea. You don't want to get pickpocketed or robbed or eaten. You possible. You ever had a turtle shell suit?
can I do like a nature check to see if I know what would eat someone is?
Sure. It's not a damn thing.
You're pretty sure.
19.
He's just talking out.
I'm religious now.
Yeah.
I've never been to a city before, if I'm being honest. Ever. Been on the mountain a lot, that's about it.
We left from the city.
I just kind of showed up there, not there. I wasn't like chilling out, It's more like a show up, get on the boat and go thing. It's a lot less scary that way. Well, the bright side, no more wolves, which will eat you. The wolves will eat you. So will as giants. That feels right. I don't remember that line. Oh, but we're gonna go somewhere for the night. Tavern, Guildhall, something or another. We'll join groups.
And as you say, lions are a couple of Leonians, like just a couple of guards, just kind of like cruising the streets, just kind of walking by past you guys as you're all nice and grouped up. You're a colorful bunch, by the way, too.
I will stand in the middle somewhere no one can see me.
But if you'd like to join us, you can feel free. Extra friends are never a bad deal, in my opinion. What do you all think? I don't want to impose. I think more the merrier, right?
Seem pretty friendly. More the merrier.
Again, he didn't.
Kind of look at you.
He did not hit me. See?
I mean, larger numbers usually are safer.
And one of the Leonian guards, well, they stop, then one approaches you guys. He's just sitting there and he kind of eyes each of you. Is this your first time in the city? I've never seen such a colorful band.
Oh. No.
I've been here many a times.
Yeah,
Except
loads.
both of you.
Loads. No, not once. Keep rolling cheap. I'm about to fail this hard.
Hey, you'll roll well. I'll roll poorly.
Or something. Absolutely.
10.
5.
Uh-huh. And he's like, can see. Don't litter in the streets too long, especially at nighttime. It starts to make people a little suspicious of you. If you're looking for somewhere to stay, I would avoid the Sea Hag Inn, seeing as that's where most of the people who get off the ships like to go stay, so it gets crowded really fast. If you're wanting a little bit more quieter place, if you head a little bit more farther into the city, you can stay at the Saltwater Lodge.
That sounds nice. Any good things to do in town while we're here? I'm not that familiar, you know.
The city is prepping itself for its Day of Remembrance. It's a holiday that we celebrate once a year. You're probably going to start noticing a lot of things being set up, shops and whatnot, of people traveling from across the world. That'll be happening within the end of the week. But outside that, most things are closed at night and only open during the day. Mostly free. Savings.
Makes sense.
Do we need to worry that much about safety around here?
I mean, as long as there's guards around, you shouldn't be too worried about anything.
Any part of the cities we should avoid in particular?
Not that I can say. But like I said, you're an odd bunch of colorful characters, so you're new to You're new to the town, so people could,
You're a lion person.
and that's common here.
When you say it like that, it sounds
You're
racist.
No,
When you say it like that, it sounds really racist. I wouldn't recommend
I've never seen a lion person.
that. That doesn't change the way it sounds, though, Kelvin. You know what I'm saying? I just. It'd be like looking at Ortall and being like, "You're a turtle."
I am a turtle.
Kind of is.
I see some elf. All right, I'm going to bed.
but
And he's a bird.
enjoy your evening, stay out of trouble, and see what we can do for you.
Thanks.
He joins his partner.
We'll try our best.
He joins his partner and they wander off.
Fucking knocks.
I knew that.
What kind of trouble y'all want to get into?
Trouble, man. I'm not gonna lie. Trouble sounds like fun. I'm not gonna do it too much. I was, you know, kind of cool to see the world from a different angle.
Well, trouble is something saved for probably the second night in town.
Oh, first impressions and all that makes sense.
Okay.
So, what do you think? It's Sea Hagen, a Saltwater Lodge. I know which one sounds nicer, but one, you know, it's got a real homey feel, I think. Which one are we thinking?
I mean, I tend to want to listen to the guard and avoid the one that he said to avoid.
All right.
I like the place.
Kind of
Wise.
makes me curious, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah.
You don't get to go to a garden shop go somewhere.
If we stay,
It's pretty cool. It's like
if we stay
cool, you know?
there tonight, tomorrow we stay at the Sea Hag.
Yeah, sounds pretty good. What do you think? What's your word?
It's a semi-reasonable plan. I don't know what the boat schedule is to know if there's more boats coming in tomorrow.
That's fair. I mean, it's a port city. I'd assume there'd be boats most days at least. Maybe not. Is the calendar the same as the normal world? What are we looking at day-wise?
Yeah.
You know, weekends might not be as busy. Everyone's got to take a break at some point, right?
What is a weekend in this?
Oh, sailors are strict 9 to 5.
Unions are a hell of a thing, though.
You gotta catch the tide.
You never know. When there's what's the opposite of King Tide? King Tide's highest tide. What's the opposite? Do you know?
Is there a guy here named King Tide?
So which one are you guys going to?
Sounds like the Saltwater Lodge is the option, right?
So why not?
You guys make your way there. As you're walking through the city,
Very green.
All right, so there is like I want to
Yeah.
say a slightly road of cobblestone, I guess. There's a lot of sand. But there is a road that just leads straight to the city. Now, off to the sides and stuff, the road doesn't go as far. It's like the houses and whatnot. It's mostly located near the businesses and whatnot. Mostly where the more high traffic places are. On your way to the inn, we'll be crossing a gigantic building with 4 pillars that are sitting in front of it. And on the top of the building, it says the Museum of Beldon. And then about a minute or so past that, you will see what seems to be the Saltwater Lodge.
I don't know what that is, but I want to break it.
You want to do what? Break it. The museum.
Jesse is full blown up to no
Kelvin
good.
has problems.
Such tomfoolery.
Never stop moving.
He's a rambunctious.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go and
There's-
check the masonry.
There's something in there.
The masonry.
Yeah.
I carried some or something. I don't remember.
I've been
Yeah.
to museums before. We have one at home. You get one break these and they're like a collection of artifacts. They're kind of cool. Good history. You can learn about the area a little bit. See if you can find anything of interest. History, tombs, caves, war, famine, love, loss.
Some of that sounds good.
I think the Austin's pretty cool. Especially like reading the whole. Do you like reading? Anyone?
Yeah. Yeah.
No. Insight check.
On which person?
Oh, yes, you did insight.
Oh yeah.
16.
Do you like reading?
You like reading?
No.
Feel good about that. I think you probably like the library then. Not the library, the museum, the different buildings. Probably. It might be both. No.
Are there books in the museum?
All right, so as you guys make your way to the Saltwater Lodge, our other 2 here, after a long walk through the continent, the desert, you have finally made your guys' way to Port Belden. You have made your way into the tavern. You are exhausted, sunbeaten for one of you, and you are just relaxing at a table, having a drink, maybe some food. Dave, if you'd like to describe your character.
It's hard to tell because he's sitting, but he's fairly tall, very, very skinny and lanky, wearing very nice robes that are surprisingly undamaged from this extremely long journey. They're black with random little like silver and gold accents. Got a book out on the table that I'm reading, as well as a smaller notebook that I'm taking notes on. The drink is sitting as far away from the stuff as possible while still being within arm's reach. Very meticulous about what I'm doing.
And then sitting across from him, John, if you'd like to describe your character.
I'm a lizard.
That's all you get.
Wait.
You're a lizard folk. Kind of like this, the brazen texture, rough textured skin. It's pretty much colored the same as the desert, like a very light brown. Got a very prominent like nose slash forward, almost beakish looking mouth. That comes down like this to a point, and then I've got a cloak, a leather cloak that kind of hides most of the face most of the time. But you see one prominent emerald green eye, and then the other one is like almost all the way closed. And then I've set my bow on my back, and I have one dagger on my left side, and then my tail is actually holding a dagger. It's a prehensile tail. and just almost like very rudimentary, like leather armors. It's almost like I've picked stuff up all along my travels and like sewn them together. And then I've just kind of staring at the table and drinking my drink, and sometimes you see me like pat like all the dust off of my travels and stuff.
You guys are sitting there and relaxing for the first time in a while and cooling off and whatnot. The door barges open as a happy-go-lucky rabbit folk just leading the way into this tavern, followed by 4 other individuals of all different sizes and shapes.
We are an eclectic group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm the most normal one.
Yeah.
I'm a seasonal elf.
Oh,
Listen, I'm
I was like, Caston's
not
pretty.
the same place. I'm an elf with tattoos.
A weird runic tattoo.
Yeah. Listen,
Me and you were about
you
level,
can judge
like,
what tattoos I have, alright? But that's discriminatory.
What are the 15 meanings about each one of them?
Listen, it means the one on my back. It's why you stabbed me in the heart.
This one means I had 200 extra bucks. So I got that.
This one means I got a tax return.
You got sponsored.
Oh yeah.
So as you guys make your way in,
Yeah, let's go.
the guard wasn't lying. It's pretty quiet in this tavern since it's a little bit farther into the city. You've got a couple people at the bar, a couple more in like corner. You see 2 other individuals who don't look like they would normally be together, sitting at a table just drinking and relaxing as you guys walk on in.
I'm
Oh,
like,
by the way, I'm
Actually-
6 foot,
I was gonna talk.
so quite.
same,
I'm on the taller end of
like 6'1" or 6'2", so very just a super duper lanky elf.
How am I about the shortest person in the body at 5
How are you?
fucking 10?
6 footish.
Got an intro on you still.
1 inch.
Smaller.
I was like, each person that sits on the side of you is smaller than you.
Yes. Why are we the short side of the team? When this
That's the
happens.
way it is.
I get taller every campaign, don't you know?
Yeah, the one after this, I'd be like, yeah, but
fucking minutes now.
I went from super tall to super short.
What's some fucking small here?
Yeah, I went from 7 feet to whatever the heck my god was.
I'm small.
All right.
Indeed.
Hey, could you possibly try to get us rooms? You better at top end. I don't want to pay extra.
Same, maybe we can.
No, I just wait till down.
What do you like to drink?
Smells nice.
What do you like to drink?
eat Zoya.
Prefer
again.
slow.
My insect.
I mean,
You know,
I will drink just about
bug
anything.
juice.
Anything?
Child's bug juice.
Lysing? Precious last.
I will approach the bar.
Mm-hmm. It's the male dwarfs that are working it. Kind of sitting there like playing cups. It's slow in here, so.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
We would like to procure a few rooms.
How many are you looking to get?
2.
2?
2.
Checks the books. That should be fine. That'll be 4 silver for both rooms.
What about 3?
Running this out.
I just got off the boat. I'm about all headed down.
Oh, you said you just got off a boat. That probably means you were you working on the boat?
No.
Were you just traveling on the boat?
Yeah.
Oh, so you probably have good money then to get voyaged across the ocean.
Unfortunately, I spent all of my ticket to get a voyage across the ocean.
And maybe you should only get 1 room.
1 room it is.
2 silver rooms.
There's sick. This
We
week,
could pop down a thing for everyone else.
3 rooms. No.
That'd be 6 silver.
Okay. What if I buy a round for a room?
But I'm sure they'll like you then.
I will buy.
What you bought around for you?
My round for free for me. I work here.
Do you own this establishment?
I do not.
You could just run this establishment.
At the nighttime. The main owner works during the day.
What's his or her name?
Her name would be. Oh wait, no, I lied. It's not a her. It's a him. His name is Gus.
It's super unique. Gus the lion.
Did you say it was a dwarf behind the bar?
Gus the bus.
But that's not good.
No, this is not.
No, Gus is awake in the day.
Well, I'll take 2 rooms and four, 5. 4 drinks and 1 water.
4 drinks and 1 water. What kind of drinks you looking for?
I will spout off their 2 favorite drinks,
Okay.
and then whatever the cheapest shit you got for that.
Alright, so the water's free.
Oh, that's a bougie place. Water in the desert free?
Are you wanting to just open a tab, or are you just wanting to pay?
Okay, that's
Allergens, apparently.
We'll say
keys.
3 silver for your other drinks and the water.
Remind me, they keep this forever.
and the rooms. There are 2 gold apiece for them.
2 gold.
2 silver. at
2
least.
silver. Yeah.
If you want, I mean,
Hey.
5 rooms like it.
I will.
Yes.
There's 5 of them.
This one gets thrown around.
You share.
Yeah, he got 3 and you bought 2.
Yeah.
I was gonna get that.
1.
That's what I'm saying.
It's fine. Just buy one room now.
Should have spoken out.
Sorry, I didn't.
So, you know, like, Ortall should be
It's going to buy the drinks.
No, it's just
Okay. Alright,
you like just make yourselves comfortable at the table and I'll get your drinks up to you in a second.
alright.
Here's our room key.
Is it me?
I'll hand you
Hang
the
on to
3
it.
room keys.
Alright.
Do you mind if please we share?
That sounds fine.
If there are 2 adjacent, I will make sure we have adjacent.
Nothing.
I'm gonna let
sharing
him
with me,
know. Give him an
but,
motion for you to give him the ball.
take up a bit more of the bed.
On the ball. Now, we'll get in the booth. Would you like to sit next to your friend? I don't really know. She seems kind of afraid that you're not next to him.
just have like big.
As you see, I'm currently making some weird notes about the weird half and half burger.
You're gonna like Lan. You're gonna like it. Let's sit down at the table.
Sounds good. Alright. We took a booth, so I'm assuming there's probably room for 2 on each side with how big some of us are. So I'll grab a chair and just sit on the end.
That's fine.
I might stand on the end.
Just
Awkward this.
Dive between your shell. This is just stick your head out.
As they make their way to the table, this big shell kind of, he's like, sorry, Izzy. Scoots past you. Yeah.
Whacking people.
Yeah.
How many people are in the room?
Let's say there was you 2, there was another 2 in the corner, there was a couple at the bar, and then these 5.
Okay. So it's like about 10.
Yeah.
oh.
It's not a small tavern either. It's pretty big.
He goes through the exact path that both of them
Yeah.
It's all like
Everybody.
Sorry. Goes the other way. Whoops. Sorry. Pushes through.
That's that high charisma right there.
Yeah.
Knowing how to make an entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Bubbling.
Once I sit down, I'll be like, oh, and I'll look around and be like, oh, I'm manners. I'll go back up to the bar and I will procure 4 more drinks, 1 for everybody else in the room.
Okay.
Everybody else in the room, whatever everyone else is drinking.
Say that.
4 more silver. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't have done that. We're only 9 people.
I rolled low on my feet.
Yeah.
I did too.
He's a big spender for me.
So you guys
I don't-
sit down, get comfortable.
We're also
The
gonna
Lord starts bringing out
some
drinks. He brings you guys over a couple of drinks. He's like, this is from the furry one over there.
I look over and surprisingly, he's the only one with fur.
Yeah.
That audience.
Feathers.
There's scales, feathers, fur, and
Skin. It's just skin. It's a membrane.
there's membrane and one vaguely recognizable. I will very quickly and carefully move the drink away from the cooks. And then I'll look over to you.
Is that man girl?
No, I guess so. Let's go back to Jug Note.
You hear, yeah, it's in your head.
Hey, what do you think they're going? This is just the truth. Like so, absolutely they're the others. Just being nice.
Nice. Something a tradition of city. Not too funny. But usually people want something they can get like that. But some people just use what they put in.
So I already know why you two are here. Why you two are here, but I'd like to know what brings you to town exactly.
And as you say that, the warp center starts putting cups on the table. Like, there you go, lads. Anything else? I'll be over there.
So what brings you to the
I
area?
just want to go in the shell.
Just traveling around, wandering the world.
You're just like a real wayfinder. You never go really just kind of walking? No.
Have you have a list of words? This toad was made for walking.
Why are you walking? Why are you walking around? You have a reason, right?
Home, bad.
Fair. That makes sense. Sometimes home isn't good for everyone.
Is there any like paintings or like pictures and stuff in the tenement?
Make some shape.
Eight.
You look around. It's really dim in here, so like you're having a hard time now, like noticing. You don't really notice too many.
It's a turtle in front of me.
Oh yeah, you don't really notice
There's a
much.
turtle and a frog in your way.
Yeah.
It's like, I go to look around and realize I cannot.
And they think one of them would have known.
Shorter around for everyone. I go to look around and realize I can't break my one.
More rooms.
We have a fucking zoo. We have a turtle, a frog, a rabbit, a bird, and a
I
lizard.
can't wait till we go somewhere cold and 3 people just shut down.
Yeah.
Probably a whole lot of exhaustion.
3 gold-blooded reptiles.
So I don't know if that's what frogs are amphibians. Like,
Either way, they're cold-blooded.
they're actually very resistant to cold. Oh no, this I've got good intelligence.
Okay, that's fine. I'll be fine.
He'll be fine. Big dick boy there.
And they all each other from across tables.
Cool. Well, we're in town. Doing anything really on. I've been on some archaeological work personally. I don't know if you know much about the area. I'm looking for some ruins. I just top first. What is it? 4 syllables, 3 syllable word. I don't know. Archaeological. It's like 7 syllables, isn't it?
Archaeological.
Learn that, bitch.
A lot of syllables.
6.
It's a lot of syllables. A lot of new words.
Drooling was nice.
But we'd love for you to join the journey. My friends the other goals as well would have chose to join. We only can't do anything, but if you would like to learn some more about the area, find some ruins, some digging some dirt a little bit, maybe eventually a little more, we'd love to have you along. I can pay you, of course, any money. I'm an archaeologist.
How far away are we from them?
You guys are like a couple tables over. You can. He's not being quiet. So
I don't know. I have no ability to. I'm very boisterous.
It's time to rob them. Yeah, let's go.
I mean, the wounds this travel, it's answers I can't find in a raw voice.
You kind of you look kind of like half.
All kinds of answers. There's even a place once you figured out all the answers there.
You like philosophers.
See what you can get from. Hey, ask him.
That'd be one way to put it.
Cool.
I guess I think he was a big stuff.
I'll walk over to their table and
I'll stay.
Pardon me, you're quite the truth. I was hoping to ask you a few questions. You have quite the interesting feather pattern. Well, do you have any idea what causes it?
I mean, you look pretty weird too. It's kind of weird to ask something like that. It's kind of a dick move.
Calm down. Calm down.
starts like this. I start to panic. I panic.
Oh my God.
And under table. Oddly enough, for it being summer, you would probably know this for half of. I'm very much like I got like pale silver hair, super pale skin.
It's just not proper to ask someone why they look weird.
It's it's nothing bad. It's just different. I'm just curious. I've traveled this far researching different what's happened? I think it's the different strange anomalies. Oh, that's the word.
All right.
Call them short ears.
What?
Call them short
What
ears.
is he? Short is.
Why are they short ears? It's not nice to, be talking about.
No, it's not. I'm just kidding. I'm very sorry if I bothered you. No.
I've learned this like
one of my
30
feathers will point there, and the other feather will point there.
That makes no sense. But you admitted that our jealous of Dick, yes?
Oh yeah, I'm looking for some ruins.
You said you were looking for a company, yes?
Oh, yeah,
I very much
Extra is
appreciate
always good.
studying the ruins. A friend of mine, the friend I'm traveling with, maybe willing to come along as well. When are you planning on leaving?
Why would you want to go?
Like I said, I'm researching strange anomalies in the world. There might be some of the ruin or not.
Insight check. I don't trust this bullshit. Another good number. Another good number. We're doing well. 18.
I am researching strange anomalies in the world.
And cast all his insight check, and everyone's been honest with you. So
Listen,
Like that transparent thing.
Oh, you actually, I'm like,
I do that quite often.
you can tell like the way I'm very like reserved and meticulous about everything.
I've not been honest with him, but he did an inside check.
That's fine.
Like every
I'm
time
not worried about it a whole lot. You're just giving vague answers. I'll get there. We're gonna crack this one one of these days.
Like exactly what I do. Where I must like 6 to 7 seconds, just like pat myself, make sure everything's still there.
Nothing.
I'm not even. I don't know.
Nothing happens if you insist.
Actually, I'm really good wrong.
Yeah, no, just that I'm very like every so often I check myself, make sure I still have everything.
I'm smelling the new drink.
So
Oh,
I'll show you if you want this.
Thank you for the drink.
it smells like your last drink.
Inside check on my drink. Inside check on my drink. Is it the same drink?
Now the festival is got some ruins all so many all in the area that's
So in particular,
That was
right,
depression.
going to looking for ruins.
Yay!
I know ruins of looking
season.
You just don't know location.
Well, yes, my focus is in ruins of a deity called Ao-Shin. A large dragon deity. You may have heard of it at some point. But I like studying a little bit, so I'm here on some
Can
research.
you help me? I will go over to
As you said, I pull out a notebook quickly, write some stuff down.
the table next to
Have I heard of Allison?
our wizard folk over here. The table next to him, and I will begin to attempt to push it closer to his table.
Are you sure I came to their table?
I'm pushing a table to their table. I'm at 6. I'm at 7. I am not strong.
I'm gonna pick up 2 chairs
Um,
and bring those with.
I mean,
From the region they come from and their cultural history, probably not too much.
I know of him.
Yeah,
don't know anything about him.
It's a lightning type dragon, so
Some storm dragon
Yeah.
maybe.
yeah. I'll set that.
It's like much. It's research many things. It's hard to keep them all.
Or else it's like
So what were you saying?
Okay.
Me, I am. Sorry, was not.
It is tricky.
Vanavar.
Vanavar?
Among of the
little one.
Vam apostrophe IVAR.
Alright.
Impressive.
no.
Hey,
Wrong call.
over here. Asking question. You want to know your name?
Yes, I should have introduced myself before I started asking questions.
Well, we made a big table. Come sit at this big
Oh.
table.
Okay, I'll go and sit next to him. I did not.
I'm gonna sit across from him. Just look you right, neat. Try to look you neat in the eye.
He doesn't like I got the door.
So like
Challenges him. Like a
It's
dog.
like it's like I'd say beam on my eye, and like I said, the other eye has got like you could see that it also is emerald green, but it's like almost closed. And there's a scarring across the left eye, and there's just like it's like almost like draining. It's not a good
That sounds-
situation going on here.
Not gonna lie, mate. That looks a little infected. I don't think you should rub it. I think it makes it worse.
It's fine.
It's
It's a bit
been
worse.
It's been like this for weeks. It's something.
That's gangrenous looking at this point.
He's
I think my eyes are green.
It was
I will
close enough.
sit in a chair, but just the top half.
I'm
of
just
my
doing
head sitting up over the table.
Then it
I'm
It's like
probably-
this, ears.
Ortall.
Man,
So many things.
what about you,
I'm Venavar.
Van?
That's fine.
Van or Bar?
Every single character. Every single character.
Van.
No, so
Every
how
single character.
we abbreviate all of his characters' names. It just kind of happens.
Every single one. Even fucking Al somehow got changed. They gave it as Al and changed it.
Aw.
No, I changed to all. I changed to AL.
We actually had a longer well letter, so it's pretty cool.
I'm Tawhito.
I guess you gotta say it, your name.
Name.
Zoya.
You have to forgive Zoya. Zoya's still finding her words.
And it's okay. I think I am. People like you just never with your feather, but it's quite intriguing.
Alright, so nice to meet you on Fulminus.
Wholeness, yes. Measure that. It's like I said, I'm Venavar, and do you wish to share your name or no? Your choice, I'm not sure.
Hey, why didn't you buy me a drink?
He's very curious.
You look thirsty.
I'm always thirsty.
So you're right.
You just help people you don't know all the time.
Why wouldn't I?
He is pretty friendly. That's what they.
It's a good way to get
We'll
blood.
wander over to the bartender. And we're already enough food for everybody.
You can call me Qrux.
Crux.
Qrux.
So you said you just want to know what do you intend to do in this? How do you intend to find the ruins of Israel?
First, I saw a museum on the way here.
Yeah, so I was planning
So we're also going to check it out. I'd like to go look through the records, see if we can find any history of ruin.
I'll have it out to you to discussion.
And I look straight.
Because it's just me here, so. As he goes to the back.
Let's just say I have a knack for finding ruins
Like that, right?
when I'm looking for them of this certain kind.
I'm actually have to like a religious like your
People.
I'm cooking back here.
I'm cooking back here.
Not religious necessarily. I know how to find a tip from once in a while. So what's going on.
Is it theological temples or ruins that you are good at finding, or ruins of
Rel-
shit in particular?
Just option. No, I know.
It's not just your lucky finding.
I know lots of science.
What do you know of dragon ruins?
Tell me.
Just particular of Alshin. If it involves around the Great Drag, I can find them pretty quick.
Why do you what? Dragon ruins?
There's really cool stuff in them. I'm studying them for one thing. I came from an area where Alshin was quite prevalent, and just as a result, I was sent out here to find some cool stuff.
So you mean to loot a dragon ruin?
Not loot. Find artifacts. They're not being stolen. They're being reclaimed. They were left behind for purposes. None of them were. None of these Alshin did not leave artifacts behind to be left in temporary rot. They were left there for certain people to find them, and the hope is maybe I'm the certain person to find them. Who's to say?
Did someone send you on this mission?
I mean, my home did. I asked him, told me it's time to go. So I'd go find the stuff. We'll see.
Inside chick. Natural one.
Seems to be telling the truth.
Confidence is telling the truth.
He never breaks eye contact with you the entire time.
Sips my drink. Why? Do you have an interest in dragon ruins exactly? Or are you just kind of curious?
We don't have dragon ruins. Where I come from, we have quite the prevalence of living ones.
Yeah. We've seen a few of them in my doing. They try to avoid where I was from. I think more to do a reverence thing. I was near the homeland of Alshin, essentially, like how dragons have a den kind of situation.
Of course.
I lived real close to that. The original before Alshin, deified. They don't really use much of that.
So he doesn't live in the den anymore? Is that where you live now?
Oh no, we live near the den. But living in it would be incorrect. That'd be like squatting,
But he doesn't live there anymore.
Right. It's holy ground though. That'd be like, is there equivalent to Mount Olympus in this world? It's like that, or pantheon of the gods that's close to the world.
Not really.
It'd be like, say a king is moved out of somehow.
I understand. I get everything you're saying. I guess it's just a cultural thing.
Oh yeah, it'd be very important.
But
Also, stealing the house of a great powerful deity and making it you smoked. Smited? Smoked.
I believe so.
fucked is the word you're looking
Yeah, it sounds like something very, very, very.
Ears work.
As you guys are having your conversation, the dwarf brings your the food that Ortall ordered everybody. He's like, I wasn't really told what you guys wanted, so I just made a assortment of things and just starts putting stuff on the table.
charcuterie board.
Yeah. He's like, so it's a very lively group you all have here. Are you guys here for
No,
the festival?
Yes,
No.
festival, exactly.
trying to leave
That's-
as soon as possible.
Yes.
Just resupplying.
Hmm.
The festival is exactly what we're here, though. We're not all together. Not right now.
Hey, where's a good place to sell hides here?
Probably at the
That's
tannery.
Does it have a name? Location?
It's gonna be closer near the docks. It's not. It doesn't really have a name, but look for a lizard poke lady. She kind of just comes in and out as she pleases throughout the day.
So what's your plan tomorrow since I know what I'm doing. Are you going with me or are you going to do anything? I know you're on the hunt, but I don't mean how you all be in the museum at all.
Yeah, I'm just going to ask around and
You're on the
Alright,
hunt.
what's your name for?
I'm looking for someone.
Let's make sure we have for lunch. I don't anything happen to you. Are you where are you
I
going?
won't stray too far.
Are you gonna go with me? You gonna go with him? You gonna go with someone else? You gonna go on your own?
I'll be honest, I'll go see a dragon.
We're gonna find one. We gotta find one first. Instead of
Clues?
that's what we're going to the museum for. Hopefully we can find a clue. If not, I'll figure it out.
Sounds pretty cool.
The whole thing's a little confusing. So there's a mysterious dragon ribbon, right? There's supposed to be artifacts there.
Hopefully,
But
yes.
the people at the museum would know about it, maybe. But if they didn't know about it, you would think that artifacts wouldn't be in the ruin anymore, and then they'd be at the museum. So what do we really do?
Well, the assumption is there. If it's
Is that way too much to drink?
Those are just because the record of the ruin is always one to get to it. Think of it as it can quite likely inaccessible due to there not being
What makes you think you can get to it?
armor.
You're kind of small.
I'm good with that. I'm pretty good at getting the ruins. In worst case scenario, that's why I'm gathering you all together. And if everyone's come along, the more skills we have, the more likely we are to get in my opinion.
Don't have very many skills for getting into the ruins, but I'm great at researching and investigating most of the time.
This,
Maybe underground?
I mean, probably underground. We're in a desert, so I would assume any ruins that are not probably buried in sand. Lots of sand.
Maybe. Like some like moss or something down there?
Yeah, you don't like underground?
I still haven't quite figured out. I'm sure.
Studying all the strange places.
Then you don't listen.
It's a pretty strange place.
I've been in a glowing of some detail. I've never been underground.
Okay, it is underground,
There's
isn't it?
no caves where I come from.
I mean, there's at least two. You just gotta pick his head up first.
I'm very interested in a desert cave.
Assume that has a temple.
My friend here hopefully could find some new plants to look at and write out about. And then
You like plants?
You like to write about
Hey.
them?
No, it's just
That's right.
Ortall speaks up all of a sudden.
fascinating.
parts of nature are affected differently by strange anomalies that are like temples, like of certain deities may cause. Sometimes if a plant is growing differently than it should, I take note.
Well,
Not
there is
necessarily plants, but whatever it's affecting.
temples of Alshin often
You look first for plants.
Plants are pretty good nomenclature because you can very clearly tell what type of plant something is, and you can tell something's very wrong with it.
There's a lot of plants around. Which makes sense.
Hey, speaking of
They're
which,
very good.
if you find any plants that like secrete any kind of like not
Always
poison
involved.
specifically, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
anything of interest, I'm also interested in that. I'm working on
I've been
something.
keeping it on my notes to see if I
Yeah.
can.
Now, the Temple Voucher
For
often
the purple tool.
they're often charged with electricity, so anomalies happen very often, whether it's plants, creatures, items. You know, divine magical energy has a very interesting effect in the land surrounding it.
Oh yes.
And well, this is not a prime D. This is their like Bahama Tiamat situation. It's still quite powerful magic in fact,
Yeah.
and it shapes the land quite often. We'll see what we find. Everyone in the area, I may just be wasting my time, but I feel good.
And the rest of you guys know them?
We're all friends, yeah.
If no one
Inside check. 2 hours.
Awesome insight check that.
This is a good roll.
24.
Yeah, they've
I-
known each other for a
You
few
need a
hours.
20.
I do need
I rolled a 20.
I got a second.
You just
to roll. I had to roll a natural. We draw an actual natural 20.
I think you just lose.
That's Cox, but I'm pretty sure I lose anyways. Oh yeah, natural one. Oh shit.
I'm just looking at his face.
Dragon Ruins? Does that interest you too, or what are you guys here for?
Oh, I just don't know you all. I was like,
I mean,
try and get division.
I travel for answers. Places I was before, I figured out all the answers there. I know nothing about dragon runes. That's plenty of questions that can be
There's
answered.
a lot of people trying to get smarter here.
Yeah, exactly. Trying smarter.
Pretty
It's
much,
me.
actually.
Let's
No.
trying to get Star Trek long time from a very
Are you trying to get smarter?
No.
I'm very much only solo.
Well, means to an end, I guess. If you want to go, I would be willing to go. I'm assuming it's not in this city.
No, it's
It's in the city, and it would be long.
I would love to leave this city. Like, do we have to stay? Why don't you like the city? It's just so many to have. I mean, if I'm being honest, just you guys are a little bit freaking me out. Like, there's so many more of you out there. Kind of why I left home to start with. I like to be outside. I like to be running around, looking for the next time,
Oh, I'm gonna say that. I grew up hunting a lot.
Yeah.
I think my mentor was a lot like you. He was a quiet fella, but he liked to hunt quite a bit.
I lived in solitude for a while. There's not very many answers there.
You said you're looking for answers to what you need the answers for?
I don't really know.
Everything.
I'm not gonna lie, gents. I'm pretty bushed, so I'm gonna go head upstairs and settle in for the night. You all do what you need to do. I'm out of here.
Yes. Fulminus go upstairs to go to bed.
Okay.
I'll be there in a minute.
Alright.
Have we already bought our rooms and whatnot?
On home, honey.
So I got there. Is there enough for me to semi-color?
No.
Can I still have a handbook in this room?
Sorry, pride.
Man, if you're gonna stay here, I kind of would like to go out of the city, like stay outside and meet you guys back here in the morning.
Hey, I wouldn't want you to do it. Well, I think about this. It's
It's not about wanting, I just do this place. Like,
That's fine. I'm saying I don't want you to be outside of the city. Well, I know it. It was dangerous.
That's not gonna happen again. You understand?
I'm not
That's
saying.
one time.
Yes, and you were okay because our next one, so I'll be there.
I don't
Yeah, he
need
said
to
his name was Sarah.
Well,
Very capable.
Yes.
No,
There is a
Fine. What about if I just find? I'll just find like a quiet place in the city and meet you guys back here in the morning. Are you gonna sleep outside with me, Van?
Yes.
Do you want to hold my hand?
That's what.
Yes.
If you wish to go to the city,
Yes.
outside of the city, I won't go with you. Does not bother me. We spent fucking 3 weeks in the desert. What's another day?
Okay. And no room for me, please.
I will talk to you because he already left. We are going to stay outside the city because the city is making him deeply uncomfortable. We can meet back up with you guys here or at the museum in the morning if we are to travel together.
Okay.
I think you're talking to the dumb one. You should have talked to someone else.
The bird.
I'm sorry, I speak a little loud. That's not really what I meant. It just seemed like you were a bit undetermined to lead. And you understand.
We'll be back
You
on
may
the-
not understand. Fuck, where's the other guy?
Yeah, you,
Was
you,
it-
more than
He just went upstairs.
you would know where the museum is anyway, so it'd probably be smart for you to
Oh.
run it down.
I'll be very sure.
We'll see all in them.
Also, it's Betty by or something.
I will sit him. We are turning outside the city. We'll meet you in the morning.
Sleep talking. Yeah, please.
Damn, you just fast.
It's fast. I'll get when I'm ready. I'm ready.
Like his head met the pillow.
Damn, please.
Somebody outside the city, I'll set up a little more thread.
Good looking start before I go to bed.
Goodbye, quiet bird.
Go up to the bartender.
Mm-hmm.
Crud.
I guess just to take a pull up picture. Have you seen this person?
Oh yeah, name.
I'll slide a gold this across.
I looked at it.
Frog thing.
Looks at it. Looks back at you. Looks at it again. Sits there and kind of like his beard. He's like, I think I have, but this was like a few weeks ago now.
That would make sense.
And they were only in here for like the night, and then they were gone the next morning, heading west.
Okay. Thank you. I'll put another gold piece down.
Hopefully that was helpful for you.
Just for fluff, I'm gonna hit the tannery, and it doesn't have to do anything. I just want to offload for my hunt.
Tough for outside the city, we going. We're literally just
Where,
walking outside the gate, taking a left, camping out against the wall. Is there a wall?
We get out.
Yeah.
Sit
We can
my
be out near the
I have a
docks.
dagger that I grab my
Doesn't
back of
matter.
my It's a short sword.
As long as it's not in the main part of the city, is not where he wants to be.
Sit there on. Touch the gym.
So,
Hilariously, there are less people.
Do I do that too?
So,
You don't see
a
something.
little easier.
Alright.
But I know.
a big man.
I don't want to touch it. I'm asleep.
Well, hang on.
I'll definitely sleep. Everybody's just want to sleep. Don't watch his eyes.
He's holding me.
Just grab it and immediately call up to the dagger because, it's about to touch chest. Yeah, it's natural. He doesn't come up with a dagger,
Until you get to know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You love the dagger. You cherish the dagger.
But you two did.
You actually might notice.
Are you ready to hit him?
You might actually not notice
Hit
that
my
when I
little dog.
stand up, I have my
His
hands
hands.
and then my bow
We're
is
seeing
like
three
on my
colors
back,
of
the way
bow
that
now.
You doing?
I will hit him also.
Yeah, well, it's not a great bow, but it's been like
You have your
carved
friends
out of
this
some
night.
sort of
You know how to contact me.
creature.
I scream really loud.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Blood curdling scream.
I'd like to see
So made to the room, made it to their rooms, make it to your room.
Go look at stars first.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check if you're sitting there gazing at the sky. It is a clear night.
More perception.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty 20.
Clear night.
no, gazing to you.
No, I'm going to bed. She's fine.
Nothing seems
Kind of
new or out of the norm yet.
Really
Really seems like where you normally see them. No. But
All the stars
Why
are
outside?
supposed to be.
I'm gonna go count them all.
That your long rest counting stars.
Yep.
She's constantly just making sure they're in the right place.
He just dozes off.
That's like
13
13. I feel like, that's concerning me. Here.
yeah, room to within this game too.
The fucking stars are supposed to be.
I want to get over to
And the ocean's on this side too.
the moon's on. The moon.
Yep. Alright, so you guys find a place to get bed down.
Shoreline.
Yeah.
Shoreline outside.
It's peaceful. You get the ocean, kind of brushing by. I'm just saying, like, for scenery wise, it's nice and relaxing.
The waves relax.
Yeah.
It reminds me.
Everyone finds sleep. Nothing bad happens throughout the night. And then,
Everyone lived through their first night.
yeah.
And then
The
I
two
died
will wake
myself.
up reverse cuddling.
Who's big spoon? Are you the big spoon?
Moon landing?
I'm currently spooning the daggers, so
You're spooning the dagger. Are you spooning him?
yeah, he's in the dagger.
No, like his ear like flopped over his face. And he's-
Yeah, you probably wake up with me on that one.
Like a cat. You know? Someone's stuck sitting there. From the neck down inside the bag of holding.
like a kangaroo.
Good morning. I'm gonna go wash my mouth out. I got your actually, you know,
It's gonna be real rough and then like a badger. He's just kicking in his sleep and splits in your
Sorry,
face.
chat. Fucking energizer fucking Good for Zoom.
Yeah,
Get
get
a
a
thumper
thumper.
can go away.
Play hard, sleep hard.
Mm-hmm.
Here I come.
You don't use precision, but there's no sand anywhere. If it
So I'd like to wake up before him and like
had myself so good love.
kind of well,
I sleep.
you suck. I would like to think that your 4 hours is the last 4 hours. I pass out, you stay up.
You passed out. I stayed up for like 2 hours taking notes.
He breathes to his
Anyways, I'm gonna get up first thing in
That's
the morning and try to spear fish up something on the shoreline and then just bring it back to camping.
So I make it a survival.
Yeah, I do.
Octopus.
17.
Let's see. Let's see you're able to catch a couple.
4 hours sleep. Do as much paperwork as possible.
Fillet it and cook it over fire.
That's what you'll wake up to.
What kind of fish is it? In my hand.
Now,
Just 30 good berries before going home.
The bag of
You got some serious shit.
Experience
so-
lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do the thing again.
It's like-
Can you make the fire
What?
again?
two. I can't wait to do this with my friends.
One side full. You don't want to burn us all too with your belly full of berries.
I just imagine like you drinking, you're just blowing bubbles in your arm.
Make it a good berry smoothie.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll take a slur.
Squeeze them up, squeezing them. So you all start coming to, making your way downstairs, eating breakfast. When you do get down there though, Gus, the one you were told about working, he's like a 6'5", pitch black fur Leonian, pretty well built. I said there, he seems like he's cleaning off tables from last night, putting tables back where they're supposed to go. You should kind of like setting up everything for the day.
You go first.
That's fine.
Whatever you guys want to do.
Alright, good morning. Do you do tea here? It's a little early for me, but I could
Use a little bit of pepper step.
Some tea?
tea, yes, correct.
Yeah, I'll get you some tea. Need the spirits back.
I think he's making fun of me.
How long would it take us to
He
get back to
was.
the town?
You guys went to the dogs?
I feel
Another
real
10
fucking
15 minutes.
I'm just standing outside.
How many people are up?
Is it like an herbal tea? What is it?
The fire seems like these guys, and it seems like the other.
No, I mean like in the city.
Yeah,
Fairly early.
yeah.
Between
There's some like okay, so like you can see some things still being offloaded off some ships, like
You want tea?
some
Alright.
some pumpkins, some like candles, some weird stuff. Whatever their celebrations happening at the end of the week, it seems like is what the city's prepped for. But outside that, you have like a few guards that are kind of wandering the streets, and then you have some vendors that are starting to set up their stuff along the
Trying to
alley.
snag like a dragon fruit or some sort of something off from a cart somewhere.
Just trying to steal it.
No, I'll buy it.
Okay.
I'm just looking for something supplemental to the fish.
Okay.
Approach you for
Going along the docks, it's not that hard to find. So that'll be like a silver.
You want 3 bears? Waking up in the morning, and now that there's not a turtle standing in front of me, you can't just see any pictures of it.
Yeah, you can actually see 3 or 4 pictures. On one of the walls, it looks like these like weird colorful birds that are just sitting there racing against each other.
Not looking on good.
There's other guys out here. I
That's
figured I'd make
not
sure they
big.
don't forget.
That's where I'm at.
You can see they have riders on them, and
It was like some
there's it's like they're on a track going on. But it's just like it's like a person painting combat moment with what they remember. So it's. And you have a couple that are like the stupid like
Dogs like those for
picture of the ocean. Who knows why?
Yeah, no, not interested.
The palm tree.
I've never seen a tree alive.
Jokes on you. Palm trees on it. The trees.
The crocodile skull hanging off the
bushes.
top of the bar.
Little long bushes.
What do I mean? Bamboo. It's fucking grass. Yep.
It brings you out your teeth.
Thanks.
It's hot.
Good. Protein.
It's tea.
You're talking like
Earl Brown.
we got Earl Grey.
Black tea.
Alright, black tea wax. You do a little bit of honey or anything, it's a little bitter right now. There's a little bit of tea.
No.
I'll just go fuck myself.
Yeah, there you go. Best part of waking up right there. With black tea or nothing. Sadness.
He's still sipping and making that face
Yeah.
crying when I get there. I will.
His tea's super fucking good. Send the phone. Are you gonna drug it? No.
I'm just like take a huge bite out of dragon fruit. It's like
Yeah, true, yeah.
My hand. Just gotta put my shit over it. There's a little like, well, there's a faint purplish glow. Take that thing.
And now it's acid.
actually friend.
Sweet.
Your throat dissolves.
Tasty to make it taste good.
I'm not how to do it. I know how to use one spell. I'm no longer at it. So
I could have done that too.
why didn't you?
I like watching you drink the black tea.
I feel like God.
It seemed very unhappy.
It was pretty bloody awful. It was
Face was pretty puckered.
on the bright side. He didn't ask me to pay, so I'm not paying him. They're not you. Bartender. You just can't give it to me. Don't worry about it.
You know that like complimentary like breakfast stuff that you get at a hotel?
Oh, it's like the waffles.
Yeah.
So yeah. Is there a waffle maker? Are they bagels thingy? Are there any bagels? No.
Well, we'll go to the bar.
What we buying?
Same thing that was bought for me last night.
I wasn't here.
Made
Meats for everyone who wants to.
a nice breakfast
Just
drink.
samples to smell. I don't know what I bought. He, my friend.
It was meat. Meat.
You did though.
Did it smell like honey? 6 meat in.
Oh, awesome. I'm
It
staring at a
is
picture
meat.
of birds.
I will help out
Some burpee.
a berry.
I like.
One berry.
I've only had 3 fingers, so I'm gonna like grab
Look around, realize that I'm the one for
at the table,
Like a Ninja Turtle almost.
and I'm gonna stare straight at him.
Chameleon.
I'm gonna stare straight at him, and I'm gonna sit him down. Eat this.
to eat.
Eat. Pretty good.
It's a good berry. Okay. Fills the okay.
Go back to
Now around
Sure.
you at the table, I'm staring straight at you. And
It's not around for everybody.
So we're down for everyone. How did you decide?
That'll be 6 silver for you.
I'm gonna take anything regular if you get what I'm saying.
It's really fucking early for me. I mean, what I don't know.
It started early. Yeah, I do my best research, so that's a bit.
Better than like a hand
Too
tool.
on my research. A little bit.
Do you even do research? I don't think it's ever been loose.
Depends on how loose you get.
Wow. What do you find in research? It's like,
Research can be many things.
bored.
You can do it. Yeah, it is. The most I find it quite enjoyable. You are looking for ruins. Are you trying to learn something from it, or are you just trying to find it?
a little bit of both. I'm quite curious about the
Are
history.
you going to study whatever ruins or glyphs or murals might be there, and then you're doing research? I'm doing research one day.
Yeah, I'm totally doing that.
Why do you lie so much?
What are you talking about? I don't lie.
It works out, but 2 of us because
I'm probably bullshit. I don't know.
I'm probably bullshitting. Don't you know if you're bullshitting?
16?
Oh yeah, this is about a lot. Yeah, I'm full of shit. I get research.
Why do you lie?
I mean, I
It's
do
hard.
research. I just can't read runes.
see it works out between the 2
I
of us
read
because
books.
like while we clean up after a fight or something, the lawn cleaning the carcass and making sure that its spirit goes to the right place.
Yeah.
His belly.
He's writing shit in the book about the area around him. So we both kind of have our things to pass the time. And then the battlefield is better than we left it.
Fair enough.
frequently fight things.
Like we also noticed now that it's pretty well an area you're kind of paying
Anytime
attention to.
things
There's
were,
a job for it too.
attacking me and I attack them, I consider them out.
I was talking to Matt. Because he was the one looking at stuff behind the tavern.
But I also understand that it is somewhat tall,
Job board.
so give it the respect that it deserves.
I'll go over to the job board and see if there's anything of interest.
Grab my water off the table.
There's it looks like a few of the papers are ripped from people already taking some stuff. There are two left though. It seems that on one of these, Lila, the owner of the Desert Rose, is requesting some help locating a certain flower for her type of work. And it says that she will give more details on what she is exactly needing at her store.
What's up?
And then the other one, in like big bold letters, says the Desert Stalker. Apparently something is killing travelers along the path during the day and night. Has slowed a lot of trade between the cities along the road. And for more information, to go speak to the front gate line guard section. They give you more information on that. Those are the last two that are sitting there.
You don't have rewards listed, or is it
No, they don't.
just general notes? Okay.
You all figured it out now, right?
So if,
We're all here.
Oh, what?
if we're leaving the city, there's potentially some flowers that this Lila needs gathered. I'm assuming they're outside the city, or she would have gotten them herself.
I mean, there's a good chance they might be around some kind of something special, but special flowers, they might be around special locations for the shop.
That's why you took
Apparently some desert stalker.
Like a creep or like a creature?
I said, you have to ask.
Does it make a difference?
Well, then I can kill a pervert pretty easily. Pervert's just pervert. Well, like, something big and like, just kill me. And eat me.
Actually, flipped a few things.
Really
So is
scared
the
I'm very intrigued by your use of words. You specifically say, know how easy it is to kill a pervert.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
speaking from experience.
Well, I mean, the pervert's just a normal dude, you know. You ever killed a person before?
No.
No.
What I
Come on. What about that one time?
Yeah, but the first
creatures.
but like,
Have
And
you
you're-
seen the inside of that first one? They're just creatures.
Well,
Same thing with the 19 for 19.
let's be let's be honest here.
That one.
A normal person, a little weirdo, would you consider him stronger or weaker than a regular creature?
let's see. It's more of a little example.
Is it or does it not make sense?
What do you consider a normal creature?
I mean, like,
That's really fair.
like a wolf, coyote.
Yeah, I mean, the wolf is in fact, the wolf is more dangerous. If it's one wolf and one person, they're about the same.
I don't know.
Well, money's on the person.
You might a normal
You
dude.
can't climb trees. I'm pretty good at climbing trees.
There's actually some
Dogs. Go with it.
There's no such
in the desert.
There's coyotes.
Yeah. One guy, there's not going to be one coyote.
It's like a baby wolf. He's right.
There could,
Yeah, it's even smaller than
there could be wolves in the desert.
He says there could be wolves in there.
My experience, one wolf equals one arrow. One person, one arrow. It's insane.
See, that math works out.
His mouth is
But which one's gonna die easy for them? The wolf or the person? Like,
Depends on how good of a shot you are for him.
if you're not a good shot.
Then you should probably stay
Neither
in the
one of
city.
them will die easy.
Okay.
Although the wolf is faster.
But if it's a pervert, we don't want them to die.
Even if it's a
That's true. I like to cut his balls.
Right.
Are we going to a museum or
We're gonna do both,
are we killing a creature
Or a person, possibly.
or are we licking plants? What are we doing?
If we have a need to leave the city, we might as well check into these other.
I like the town. Yeah,
All
I
of them
agree.
on their way out of the city, so.
Yeah.
We might as well check the museum before we go, though. We have 2 interests in the group. We can try and split up and just make sure we get up the gate at, say, lunchtime-ish. Just a little bit of time to look at the museum, give you a little bit of time to look around.
Sure.
There's no stars right now, there's the sun.
Oh, I've got one kind of lead.
You gonna leave?
Yeah.
I know.
Really where?
Well, where?
Oh, that's what you know.
It's
mark it
not
down.
the rest of them.
I'm gonna pull out my notebook and mark down one of the lists.
No, they're on the other side. You couldn't see them anyways.
Oh wait, I want. Where did the stars go?
On the other side.
What? Yes, I know what.
I'm pretty sure there are still stars above us. You just can't see them because the sun is.
What? No, that doesn't make any sense. Stars are already
Tested
bright.
it. I've never blotted out the sun before.
Try.
How have we got them there yet? But I'm pretty sure.
Where are you headed?
There's stars. There's stars. If there's stars on this side, there has to be stars on this side. It's just I have a big star in the way. There's not actually.
But you don't actually know that, though. There could only be stars on one side.
Yes, that logically makes no sense.
Why?
Because if you take a stone and put it in water, there are water on all sides.
But why?
And even if there's water on either side, then
But why are stars?
What if the stars are another stone?
What is stars? Another
So
stone.
we are here. The stars go here, and then they go underneath us.
so this. But we are on.
Yes, but like.
You don't understand space.
No.
Okay,
Right.
I'm done with this argument.
So the
There's
stone.
no water at the bottom of it, Mark.
If you drop a stone onto a patch of grass, there's not grass on all sides of it. There's just grass below it. So
It's not big the stones. Sounds small. The grass is large.
maybe not on all sides, on this side of it, only here and here. This
So remind me again what this has to do with the
museum
museum.
is semantics. Let's
They're amazing. I can talk about stars all day.
Well, we're not talking about stores. We're
All
talking
right.
about rocks and water.
Did I see the
Museum?
museum before?
You guys would have when you came back from the docks, come back to the tavern, you would have went across it.
The next place?
Yeah, it's really recognizable. The big 4 pillars set up front of it,
I'm going to the.
and it has the road going
You
across it.
can. I can, if you want to wait outside the city, I can.
If it's about the ruins, I might.
You think we will find something about the ruins of the museum?
I'm hoping so. That's all illegal right now. Not like anything else.
Then anyone who wants to go to the museum can go to the museum. The rest of you can do as you please. Meet up at the gates around noonish. If you guys want to go speak to the Lila about what kind of flower she's looking for, if you can get a picture that would help,
I feel like
I can cross-reference it with my notes.
I kind of feel like we should run all decisions through Zoya.
Yeah, no, I would.
What do you think?
She explodes.
Walk away.
Immediately. There's our Liam right there.
That's one of my favorite things that's happened in the city. That's the bird.
Me too.
Where is it?
So it's pretty cool.
So who's going to the museum?
So we're going to the museum. What are we doing?
I'm going.
I'll be at the museum. You said
Two of us. What are you doing?
I want to go find flowers.
We're gonna do that in mid though. You
You
don't
guys
want
go
to
speak
show
to
me.
the city.
She might be nice.
Oh, that's fair. You talk to her then. You're pretty good with people.
You can get a picture or you want to go a clear description so I can
Just don't seduce you, Clement.
that else.
You.
Remember, your lady Clement. Don't get too hard. She might not like it. It'll leave.
Get the information from flowers.
You know what?
I want to learn.
You know what about the women? All right, follow him. He'll show you. He'll show you.
So who's going to the museum? Just
I think.
Fulminus now.
No,
I'm going.
Okay.
Are you going?
but I'm gonna pull the table back into where it was supposed to be.
Yeah. Be back around lunch at the gate.
The hell,
All right. Cool.
With that,
Hands in the middle.
No.
All right.
you got half the group going to the museum and half the group going to Flower Lady.
Split them up at the beginning. First thing.
And with that, we'll go ahead and take our first break.
Cool.
Hey.
Oh.
Bring it back.
Okay.
Following your second day in Port Belden, the city is preparing itself for the upcoming Day of Remembrance. Vendors are slowly setting up in their areas. The town is very busy, it seems, during this time. As you guys make your way out of the Saltwater Lodge. For the most part, you're all going to be heading in the same general direction because, you know, the museum is probably like one of the more staple parts of the city, and then Lila's will be somewhere. No one really asked. But As you guys are making your way, eventually there's a lot of commotion coming from the museum area. As you guys arrive closer, two people can give me a perception check.
I mean, I'm going to shock my influence team. That's one.
18.
Well, I'm not. Are you all going to it? Or is just. What is it?
18. I'm paying attention to not the thing or looking at buildings and
Same.
maybe looking at
Or-
Oh, I got it. Oh, yeah, that's 15.
Architecture.
As you guys arrive closer to the museum area, there's a sudden, like, just explosion of glass from the second floor of the museum as this giant eruption of, like, purple and black smoke, like, erupts and kind of, like, filters down in front of the museum area. In between those four pillars, you can see local people running away and whatnot. You can see a few of the Leonian guards, like, kind of arming themselves and slowly approaching whatever this is. With your two 18s, you notice a hooded figure standing there, a staff in one hand and a black book in the other.
Finally, something to hit.
You notice the guards are circling the figure. As they approach closer to it, the wind starts to pick up. You can kind of see, like, as you're walking, as this wind's picking up, the sand that's loose is kind of like pulling towards it. As the wind is starting to pick up, you can see the hood of the figure kind of get blown back from just the power of the wind. Standing there, revealing a Doberman-like head, black, with purple eyes, dressed in a dark, tattered robe that seemed to just be flowing in the wind, as weird smoke seems to be filtering off of the individual. And it's just sitting there, staring down the guards that are slowly surrounding it. And you guys have, I guess, slowly approached this also, and just with a low-toned voice coming from the individual, he just mutters to himself, "Those who betrayed my kind in the past will be brought to judgment in the days to come." And with that, he lifts his staff into the air and then slams it down in front of him as a dark sandstorm within 60 feet of him just kicks up around everything. I'll say you guys are not quite within that range yet. You can see, looks like purple lightning kind of like flickering off through it. And then all of a sudden there's just a really big like purple energy like burst that just goes up. I need everybody to make a wisdom save.
Yeah, 26.
I'm gonna use my Colonelship to reroll that was last side. 17.
20.
21. Give me 5.
16.
Natural 20.
Wow, all right, really good.
I natural 20.
There's
So,
3.
so the effect shoots out. Doesn't seem like you kind of feel like a horse kind of go through you and kind of like move you back a couple feet, but it doesn't seem like anything's affected you guys. You look around though, and you can see like citizens and people that are probably just visiting or whatnot have like these weird like perfect runic symbols that are kind of like encroach all over their bodies now. And then at that moment, the guards that were circling him, you can't see them anymore because they're encompassed in this weird lightning purple sandstorm. All of a sudden you start hearing shields and swords clashing, and you hear screams and whatnot. Who would have been the close or the front of the pack?
I'm probably moving a little forward just from being excited to get to the museum, but
Once I started seeing commotion, I would move
Okay,
towards
well,
the rear.
As you two are up
I
there.
would have read in front.
Out of the sandstorm, you see a guard's like the start of the helmet kind of rushing out towards you before it drops down, screams, and he's yanked right back into the sandstorm.
Also, hand that to me.
Right, don't think we should be in there. All right.
As the storm dissipates, you can see 4 houndish-like entities sitting there. You can see sand dripping off of them, their eyes glowing purple, and they just seem to be growling in your direction because you're the next closest thing, because most of the citizens have just ran off. So, with that, we'll go and roll initiative for our first combat.
All right.
This one. I'm consistent.
Lower.
Wow, I'm probably going loud.
Maybe. Maybe she the Lord.
I'm good at the initiatives.
Me too. Actually, I don't know yet.
You rolled better than I did.
You guys will be approaching from that way.
I got a 9.
So go ahead and put yourself over in those first few block areas.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
I'm good being in front.
I would definitely be in the front as well.
Towards in front.
Oh yeah, I would have stepped back a little bit.
I love your mini. I just want you to know that.
You're just being so similar.
Oh, these two are.
Similar? Are.
You're not big and we're good stuff.
And 6'5". I'm gonna need to make a note.
I had to put mine on a mound.
Might cut him off the base, put some cork or something underneath him.
Yeah, just, you don't have to cut him off the face, just make the base taller.
That's not how it works.
Yeah.
It makes
Give him a razor. Get him underneath.
Yeah.
All right. 20 to 25.
Oh, I didn't even roll.
Hang on. Which one?
21.
Looks like the land of getting rolling in the 20s all the time.
If it helps any, I'm actually taller than this.
What'd you roll?
21.
I'm 6'5". My character's 6'5", but look how small my mini is.
I'm actually at 6'10", but I'm not stupid.
15 to 20.
15? 19.
Keep that number going down.
Does your character know
10 to 15.
numbers?
Huh? Which one?
10 to 15.
13.
Huh? 13?
You got a 19 right?
5 to 10.
9.
Oh, 5. Oh, okay.
9 to 5.
Where we're meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
Or clean up, don't worry.
What a way to make a living.
This first out of the two, you know.
Okay.
I had 24.
21.
Alright. Van LeVar, you'll go. Starting us off.
So just seeing everything get started.
You can notice slain guard bodies there. These things just sitting there
I will
growling at you guys.
firebolt at this one.
Okay.
23 to hit.
That'll do.
1 fire damage.
So the
I'm gonna run over here and hide behind this pillar.
Doberman figure is one of those, or did he?
No, he
disappear?
seems to be
These are
gone. I guess the sandstorm kind of just faded in the sky. It seems like he's gone.
And what is this? Like,
These are those 4 pillars that sit in front of the museum.
That's all. Yeah, I'll do that and then run over and hide behind this one.
Alright. Tawhito, you're up next with Qrux on board up to that.
So you will see me kind of his walking stick that he's been using as kind of a semi-cane. You'll see him kind of pick it up by the bottom of it and start wielding it almost like a hammer, where he looks to get ready to smack things with the skulls that are on it. You'll actually see him go from being stooped over to being his full height. Which gives him like an extra 10 inches of height. And at this point, you'll notice he's got like a black collar around his neck. And he will move me up.
Here's
500 feet.
Any slides?
did you run or did you jump that far?
I just moved that far.
That was one step.
Yeah.
And I will rage and wait for them to come at me.
Alrighty.
That's why I wanted them to come to me. That's why I evolved so poorly.
Rex, Kelvin, you're on deck.
Which one did you shoot? This one. Here. Did I notice the reaction to the one?
Not really. Its focus was on him after he did that, I
Alright,
guess.
so I'm just gonna
Yeah.
Big rolls, big rolls.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to move up to intercept. We like
We've down behind the pillar. Are these walls, or is this just like where the road is?
That's where the road is.
In that case, I would have gone further
Yeah.
around the building. Actually, no, I want to stay here so I can see everyone.
Well, I just like reach behind me as I'm running and just kind of pull the bow out, and then sideways
Mm-hmm.
shoot. Like
Take that attack roll.
That's the one that turned hit.
to
The 23.
That'll do.
And I have I'll just go ahead and mark him as a favorite foe.
Mm-hmm.
What did I?
So 5 piercing and 8 piercing total, or 8 piercing total.
Okay. So the arrow sinks into it. It didn't seem like it had too much of an impact as you thought it would.
Okay.
It kind of just sinks into the sand part of the hound. Anything else for you?
So the favorite foe thing doesn't even say it's an action or anything. Can I just kind of look to see the makeup of the creature to see if there's like a spot of it that's not made out of sand?
No, it seems like every part of it's just sand.
That's pretty much it. I'll just have it.
All right, Kelvin with Zoe on deck.
Kelvin, is he done?
We will Eldritch Blast this guy at her.
Okay.
Actually, we're gonna Eldritch Blast this guy over her.
Okay.
When I'm back. 12 to hit.
That'll miss.
I'm down.
Nose blast. Goes wide.
There goes me backwards.
Yeah, you were bait. You're
It's like trick shot and yeah, rusty. There, you get you ready for the next.
Anything else for you?
No, I'll stay up here. So.
It being fuzzy is different for sure. This was awesome fuzzy.
But never mind.
Okay. All right, Zoya with Fulminus-Caston deck.
I'd like to see
They're all last
my
initiative.
friend move forward.
They won't sort of ignore me.
Mm-hmm.
I will grab the dove off of my staff,
Mm-hmm.
and I will whisper, "Go, Ava." And the left side of me, my white eye will shine, and I will cast Sanctuary on it.
Okay.
That is it for me.
Where's Radiance?
You get rage ring too?
Where are your rings?
Rating.
Well, I'm pretty sure we need Raging, Concentrating, and Invention. Your staff can collect some.
I'll go and let you know that we're going to need another magical.
Your staff can collect them. I will be the ring keeper.
Anything else?
It's magic.
All right, Fulminus, it's your go.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close the gap a little bit right here on 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll move it to here,
I'm also going.
and as I move,
No.
you'll watch as
Yeah, I'm also.
as anyone's looking toward my direction, my entire face, all the tattoos glow bright blue, and I will almost zip to that location, taking 2 damage. And I'm gonna go ahead and wait to attack until something gets in my range, and I'll beat the shot of it.
Okay. Any good for you? All right, start of the hounds go. You will notice as you see your arrows sinking there, it kind of gets absorbed into its body as the sand around the hound starts to kind of collect from the ground back into it, seeming to heal the wound a little bit. Yep. Going into melee.
Yeah, I hit it. Does a 20 yet?
Yes.
Making sure. All right. A swing. Doing really good damage. 15 damage. To it being lightning.
Okay.
Stabs.
Okay. Let's see. One little, as it comes in to make a bite attack against you, you sit there and as a reaction, slice it with lightning. The actual sword part of it didn't seem to do too much, but the lightning seemed to go over it.
All right. Good.
But it is going to make a bite attack at you.
All right.
That's a 9.
Yeah.
All right, so that's gonna miss. This one's gonna get into melee also. It's gonna make a bite attack at you.
Wisdom save.
Huh?
First, wisdom save.
Oh, wisdom
Take
save.
away. Oh, that's can't see my end.
That's fine. My AC's pretty high actually for this level.
That is a 4.
We will bite someone else or lose the attack.
So I go to bite you then.
Fine.
We'll have advantage to the pack attack.
That's fine.
23.
Now hit.
All right. Six piercing damage. Did you make a strength save for me?
1 second. Okay, so I'll switch to this die. A 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
All right, you failed. All right, so as the effect essentially, like it goes into the bite on you, but it's reflected off. So like as your arm's coming up there from slicing its friend, it gets you. And since you failed it, you were knocked prone.
All right.
These guys are moving well. 40. All right, so that'll be there. Go, Ortall, you buddy, and then who you on?
I'm gonna bop my staff against the ground.
Hey, just like the new can do.
My joints will glow up and make a constellation pattern,
Oh,
and it even goes out under the staff, and it looks like I'm an archer kind of thing. And I'm going to shoot with my bow thing, mind bullets.
Mind bullets.
That's telekinesis. For a 23.
that'll hit.
It's been all.
It's either miss or overly hit.
That is 7 radiant damage.
The one that.
I'm gonna go with this one here.
Okay. Luckily for me, they all look different, so it's easy to keep track of them.
Try to keep you in a square.
Game just throws it. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Battle counter.
What? Why is it weapons? I will peek
Battle
out.
bar.
Yeah, I'll peek out, see the pile up he's got himself in. The one that I shot at, and I will just cast magic missile on this one. I'll kind of like poke out, just kind of like,
Hit him.
Which one are you hitting?
this one, the one that we
Started on.
Warrior.
13 points of force damage.
And explodes in sand.
And then I will pop back in.
Okay.
That's all.
All right.
Very nice.
How we doing? Here's your go with Qrux on board.
I will smash the one in front of me, and I will wreck.
Yeah.
6 where we go.
But
18 to hit.
That hits.
Give me a magic.
12 bludgeoning.
That's fine.
You notice as you wham it. It's impactful, but it doesn't seem to do as much as you thought it would.
And
I'm okay with all that.
well, that is it for me.
Okay. Alright. First, your go. Kelvin on deck.
So when I pop out here, can I quickly see which one of those is injured more? Or that you don't really see damage on the sand monster, right?
You would notice that the one he just smashed with his giant hammer, it has, it actually has, like, you know, some sand missing in that area where the other two don't have anything like that.
Alright, well, I'm gonna see a perfect spot that he just beat. It means that sand has dissipated from a certain area, and I'm gonna try to fire an arrow right into it.
Okay.
15?
Hits.
7.
Zip. Arrow sinks in there. Still kicking.
Then I'm just gonna back up.
Ranger things. They gonna be up for you?
Yeah.
Alright, Kelvin, here goes Zoya on deck.
Do I have line of sight on the one you just shot?
Do you?
Yeah.
That one, yes.
Yeah, can you see around that huge frog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw between his legs, probably.
Yeah, I was like, you say
Straight up, because
Yeah.
he just doing this.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Turn that way?
Yeah, that's how he hit now.
I'd go gangster and turn sideways.
Makes it more accurate. Everyone.
Yeah, like I'm just like, shoot that guy.
16 points. 14 force and 2 cold.
And wham! This one just explodes in sand. Anything else?
Genie Warlock, I was like, you did different early game. It's gonna get slapped.
Yeah. Yeah, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright, Zoya, it's your go with Fulminus on deck.
Still holding off of a white wave of energy will come down and I'll cast Celeste on these two.
Okay.
What was that mean again?
That's a D4 to your attacks and save.
Attack roll.
Cool.
That's it for me.
Alright, Fulminus. You are prone on the ground after a
Alright.
hound just pulled you down.
That's fine. It's exploded, of course.
Yeah.
I'm going to spring up, and as I spring, I'm going to dash forward and try to drive my short sword up through the jaw of this one directly in front of me. I know there's
Okay.
a jaw, it's made of sand. But I'll take anything I can get. A lot.
No.
Like a lot. Like a lot. And then it's going to be 11 damage that time.
How much of it is?
1 is mine.
Okay.
So 10 is...
I got it. Alright. Alright.
And, yeah, that's me for right now.
Is it? Yelps as you strike it back. This one's going to start their go. The sand starts to collect on them as they're just pulling it in from their surrounding area. Seems to regenerate a little bit. The one that you just made attack is going to make an attack against you.
Alright, I'm going to go and react and use my blood curse on it.
Okay.
It's going to be blood curse to the eyeless. I'm going to take 1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to get a minus a d4 to its attack, which I'll roll right now. Minus 3 limit rolls.
Okay, so that brings me up to a 8 to 5.
Yep.
It misses you.
Okay. So the lightning's going to blind it, and it's going to lose the ability.
That was just going to go on you. You went reckless, didn't you?
Yep.
Okay. Natural 18. A little hit. That's what we call mighty. And that's going to be 4, 6. You're raging, so half. So 3. Piercing damage, and you can make a strength save.
Oh no, I hope you don't fail.
What if you just said no?
It's 26.
Yeah.
But you also have advantage.
They'll like invite you, you're just like, bad dog.
No. He moves the hammer to one hand.
Where do Ortall go with Van Lavara next on deck?
You knock a 300-pound frog down.
Why is it always my characters?
No. I'm going to
Tawhito.
Taquito, okay?
Yeah, we got
Guiding bolt at this one here.
Okay.
Am I blessed also?
Yeah, me and you can't be more different our names. Like in every
I think you hit.
20 plus
I'm very
advantage,
straight
yeah.
line.
So that
Who's
is
your hit? This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Multi-syllable.
Although it was like, but even that.
That's a lot of damage.
Okay, that just sent the Aloysius level.
Of course, that 16 radiant damage.
Explodes and
I'm going to use my bonus action to shoot from my starry bow. That guy.
Oh.
11.
no miss. It was like a little bit lower to the ground. The red left, right?
That's
You got your bless.
No,
12.
missed him over.
just checking, you know, in there.
Anything
So I
else?
see this. I just see an arrow of pure starlight
Right.
just flying right past
There
me.
you go.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
You're all throwing fire though.
Yep.
20.
Yeah, they will hit.
Hey,
They're all higher than one this time.
18 points of fire damage.
And explodes in sand. All
Does
right.
any of it crystallize into glass?
Sure. With that though,
Jump over the corner, nuke it.
people will still are still a little baffled by what happened just now. More guards have now shown up. You know how guards do when the combat's finally over.
Yeah, right
Yeah,
on time.
yes.
Did they dissipate?
Yeah, they're gone.
It's turned into more sand on the ground.
Anything on the ground where they dissipated?
You know, like little piles of sand.
Well, I'll show you the thing inside of them.
Yeah, like collars or anything like that.
Eight
No, I mean-
colors, pieces of the armor,
So, like-
the guards.
So like that purple electricity you saw in the sandstorm, like you'll see it kind of flicker a little bit on their piles and kind of dissipate.
I
I'm gonna run
will
over and
drop my hammer
Speak to
back down,
Berries.
put my hands on it, back down.
So you get what, 3 hit points back? 3 hit points.
All right, so as you guys are sitting here, there are guards, you know, slaying around you guys as these other guards approach. I guess it'd be you three that are up front first. They've got their weapons drawn and whatnot, and they're like, "What happened here?"
There was a hooded figure with Doberman type head, a bunch of purple lightning, there was a big sandstorm, there was a bunch of screaming, sands were dissipated, there were some sand dogs. We killed them.
Persuasion. I think they were called perverts.
No.
No, stalkers. Perverts is usually decided that.
18.
It's like, And you can see some of the other guards kind of talking to like some of the other like villagers and whatnot, and they're confirming what you saw. Not everybody has those like purple-ish runes that they seem to got affected by, because apparently you guys can't fail a wisdom save. So,
I would have, but I cheated.
but
Gee, I don't care what was to say. Is that just roll?
but there are like a few of the guards actually have it. Some of the villagers, it doesn't seem to be doing anything to them, but it is very noticeable on their
I
body.
will ask one of the guards if I can inspect it.
I would like to also join investigating it or what we're doing.
I'm gonna cast Identify on it.
Well, I'd like to check it out. If it's
I'm going
related
to
to.
walk into the museum.
Following.
Well, I'll second the first.
I'm gonna do some identifying and Arcana checks and try to figure out.
I'll check on it. If it's related to faith, there's an advantage. I'll just into that before I roll.
But as I'm walking into the museum, I want
May like to check on
to scuff the ground and see
one of the other new friend.
remnants of anything.
Her?
I know I'm a little ahead. One moment. I'd like to.
Getting more juice.
You had 5.
Would I have advantage on this roll?
Alright, so you're wanting to just
Arcana check it. Well, if it's faith or death related, I get advantage.
it is neither.
None of those. Okay, 3 total. That's fine.
So then you're just identifying it.
Yeah, for Desert Music Man, it does sound stupid.
Roll. That's not cocky there, I don't think. Cocked enough. 9.
9. Doesn't seem like anything you've ever recognized before.
Nah.
Cast your identify. doesn't seem to give you any information on it.
Are my arrows like that on the ground?
but
I like
Make perception check or an investigation.
Wait,
all right.
in that case, can I Arcana check it after?
What are you looking
See if it's anything else.
It's looking for my arrow.
Well,
How age you?
okay, that's myself.
Is that to me?
What does it do? It gives me a ban. What is this?
And
12.
No, they're easily not up at mine. You're just like,
natural 20, plus 4 like guidance dice for
whatever the
30.
nature of whatever is affecting these beings, it seems like it is so ancient that there's not really any, I guess, information or history to do with it. So
I will quickly like jot a note like what some of the tattoos end up looking
Yeah,
like. Are they all the same or are they different?
they're different.
I'll get like 5, 10 different ones.
All right, I'll go ahead and cast Gust on myself, and the entire party just blow off all the sand that's affected on us from getting the shit.
But as you guys go to try to enter the museum, with the slain guards sitting here right now, a couple of guards block off the entrance to the museum, considering that's where the main crime scene would have been, because that's where he came from. So as you approach, they're like, sorry, we're not letting anyone in here at the moment until the investigation is done with whatever has happened. And another guard will approach you guys.
Clearly, we saved the city. You should have sent.
Are the guards like?
Enemy at this point.
Are all the like guards? Are they dead? Or any?
What was okay? They're gone.
No, they're dead.
Yeah, they're gone.
They're mangled to death.
Loot the bodies. Loot the bodies. Loot the bodies. Right, heard that their guards still bodies. So.
Another guard comes up to your group, and he's like, since it seems that you all were the ones who vanquished these things or whatever they are, I would like it if you came with me to explain what you saw to our leader.
Insight check, are we being arrested? I don't know.
Pretty slippery.
Who is your leader?
The one who runs the city.
Scar.
Yeah. Ah!
So there's gonna be some hyenas around here, don't worry.
Well,
What is the leader's name? I would like to be able to greet him.
His name is Lord Ferillion.
Cerulean.
Can you spell that?
Tor.
And then about now, my time.
Lion.
Said something like an all.
I'm still shining.
Has anyone
It's
gone
just
to
like-
the museum?
Pretty
No.
cool.
Torlin.
It's pretty sick. I've only about a minute with mine. I think.
A few guards come in, and then there's just the two that are stationed in the front of it.
Did you say Lin or Lio?
Iowa.
And we're just Torlion.
Yeah. Names.
Names are hard, dude.
But yeah.
No, my sword's. I'm still shiny. Or my. I'm still glowing bright blue. I forgot.
I'll look at you. And I'll go to each of the piles of sand and get like a little tiny bit of the sand from their corpses.
I forgot. It just doesn't age.
What are you gonna do?
Going with the dude.
Dude. He's not forcing you guys. He just asked.
I would be happy to.
Like. For those one of the big changes. It doesn't go after it anymore.
Father, as far as you glowing.
Oh, just stand me now. It's
on.
He does
You
the.
turn it off.
probably has to turn back on though. So why should I turn it off?
I'll make it good looks. I guess it's a new thing.
I mean,
I'm still constantly.
we do have a
You glowing?
we have a startle in our party thing. A startle, I guess.
Yes, I think. Good one.
It helps keep me safe.
Same.
Killed it.
That too.
Right. So if you just follow me,
Yeah.
they lead you guys through the city.
I'm gonna throw my hood up. And cover myself.
Okay. He leads you to past the docks to the more northern part of the city. And as you're approaching, you can see what seems to be a outlandishly big palace. As you get closer to it, you can see that the fencing that goes along the outside of it, there's a Leonian guard probably about like every 15 feet on the outside of this. And then there's just one at the like a double gate entrance.
Is this bigger, similar, smaller to what I'm used to from the city I lived in? Like as far as egregiously large manors go.
It's probably like a little bit bigger. It's the only building of this size in the city.
It's like I'm used to buildings slightly smaller than this, but like everywhere.
Yeah. It's the only building like this in the city.
I'm not saying anything, but visibly uncomfortable.
But no one can see it.
Gosh, we're at a museum.
Well, just mannerisms. I'm like in the back, like looking around.
Jittery.
No, I'm not jittery.
No, he
So I am.
You look a little bit more.
Look fancy.
Alright.
Maybe we'll ask every once in a
I
while.
think you're just naturally
So
bouncy.
you with the zoomies?
Got it.
I like to be first.
You ain't first, you're last.
As you guys are brought up to the gate, you can see that there's a giant like lion crest on the front of it, and as you guys get closer, the guard talks to the guard that is guarding it at the moment, and sit there, they exchange a couple of wordings with each other, and the guard that's guarding it turns around and just opens one of the gates and is allowing you guys to go through. The guard leads you guys through. You go through a courtyard, which has a pretty big sized fountain in the center of it, and kind of brings you around that. You can see lion statues here and there. It's kind of gaudy. I mean, what it is.
This is.
Yes.
How do you cover up more than two?
Like that. He leads you through an open entrance into the palace, where you are finally met with shade. So you're not in the heat anymore. You can smell a weird burning incense in the air as you're traveling through these halls. There are guards lining up against the walls all the way as they lead into a giant room that has braziers in each corner. Say pursuits this time. Got it right this time.
Brazil.
And in the center of this room, on a throne, would seem to be Lord Trillian himself, sitting there, seemingly waiting on you guys.
Before we get there, what is the guard's name that is escorting us?
And the guard name is escorting. Is that what you ask him?
What's your name?
Uh,
Wow.
Are you still in front?
Yeah. Well, if I notice you drop back to the back and we're looking at the pop up, drop back.
I'm sitting with Zoya right now. She was quite helpful, so I'm sticking with her. Watching.
Castio.
Cassio?
Like
Yeah.
city's big difference.
That's almost nice.
I don't know what this has to
His
do.
name is Cassio.
It's pretty close.
I don't know why we have to explain ourselves.
I'll buy a drink for Cassio.
He's gonna buy a drink.
Later, if
Oh,
they can give us information of the ruins.
I
Might
see.
be around.
I understand.
He's like,
Just don't mind.
hopefully, you guys.
Hopefully we'll get
He
it.
needs to
I
do
like
a
your
good
thing.
thing
I like
today,
your
so
motto.
I don't like it.
I like your good things.
keep that up.
Like,
You guys,
obviously not a dog.
Yeah.
you guys filter in.
I need people to explain things. Just to hear them explain.
Yeah.
He gets up. He is. I'd probably say he's probably like 6'3".
Short shit.
Orangish brown fur. Doesn't seem to have any scars or anything. He's pretty well kept, clean.
Like scars remind us that the past is real.
Dressed in what looks really expensive robings with gold lining along the side. The robes themselves are blue. But he stands up, puts his hands behind his back, and kind of steps down. And as he approaches you guys, he speaks out, going, word has traveled fast of the heroic deeds that your group did today. We've only gotten, I guess, not very informative information from our citizens, but my guards tell me that you all are the ones who vanquished whatever was there. I would be appreciative of any other details that you could tell me of what transpired down there.
So we were going to visit the museum for general curiosity's sake. Some of us were. As we approached, there was a blast of some sort on the second floor that blew out one of the windows. There was a lot of smoke coming out, and there was a figure in slightly tattered robes. He seemed to be giving off the smoke. He had a dark dog head.
Here's your dog.
Yeah, he was giving off this weird purple lightning. He said, I believe,
Pointy nose,
yes.
black and brown.
He said those who betrayed his kind in the past will face judgment soon.
You killed a lot of dog people around here?
As you say about the dog-like features, he kind of sits there and
Like full-blown
He's like-
versus dogs.
he's like, so an Anubian still lives. He's like, we thought them to all be extinct.
The what?
Nubian?
An Anubian.
Anubian?
An Anubian? Okay. That name ring any bells to anyone? Me, particular, I guess.
Not really.
Would I have heard about them at some point?
Probably not.
Strange.
I'm in the back finishing my dragon for more shit. Just pull it out.
So it's just this figure.
I said that he did some type of magic. A dark sandstorm appeared. We heard fighting, and then when the sandstorm died off, the guards that were there were on the ground injured, dying, whatever. And there were the four creatures, dog-like in appearance, made of sand. They began to attack us.
You left out the part where several people were marked by his magic.
Yes,
And the guy pulled away.
that is true. And the sandstorm went off. There was a wave of
he made.
magical force that affected some nearby people and lacing them with purple tattoos. I investigated the tattoos, but I could not glean any of the information. Whatever they are much older than I have studied.
And as you're sitting there explaining this, another guard enters the room, and he's like, "Sire, one of the ancient artifacts is missing from the museum, it seems." And he asks him what it is, and he's like, "It seems that he's taken the Book of the Dead." And he sits there and he kind of gives like a deep sigh. He's like, "Well, and it also seemed that he has stolen a very powerful artifact.
In the Dead Book.
The Book of the Dead. It has the dark powers in it to bring out unholy things to life, and give the wielder dark powers to control them as to do as they please. Which is very unfortunate for my people
Sounds unfortunate for all. A lot of stuff.
and those of Ra.
Life being dead.
Was it what?
Of Ra.
What they call?
R-A.
Oh, just actual raw. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like lurk up behind him and kind of whisper and ask her out the ruin.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna like ask the guard if I could excuse myself and get the fuck out of this place.
Not to intrude, but from my experience, people like this have somewhere to hide, such as ruins in the area, anything like that, and that we should be aware of from what the search of this person.
Well,
Any ruins of the ocean around?
From what now?
I'll take you again.
I mean, no one's stopping you because you were invited here, so no one's stopping you from leaving.
Well, yeah, in particular, those ruins are quite protected easily, so they can be a good place to hide.
He's like, well, to be honest, it's a history of my people in Roz that go back a couple thousand years ago. I'm going to my little story time. Yeah. All right. So over 1,000 years ago, there were three main races of the Mizraah Desert. These like my kin, the Leonian, the descendants of Mahis. Then there were the Arakocra, descendants of Ra. And then there were the Anubian, the descendants of Anubis. For the longest time, there was peace between the races, until one day Ra had a vision of an evil that would consume the land and bring an end to the Leonin and his kin. He saw a darkness enveloping the Anubians, and then rising to power and eliminating the two races from the map in this dark entity's wake. While yes, the Anubians did practice darker magic, they always kept them to themselves with it and never caused any harm to anyone. But Ra's orders were law to his kin, and with enough convincing to the Leonians that they gathered their armies, marched into the Nubians' lands, and slaughtered every single one of them to prevent this vision from coming true. With the Nubians gone, Ra's vision never came to be. So from that point forward, both races tried to forget the past of their ancestors as time passed.
So you committed genocide based on a fever dream.
Well,
So, if I,
our ancestors did,
if I understand correctly, your ancestors committed genocide to prevent
Yes.
genocide?
Quite.
essentially.
That's bad logic.
Well,
Sorry, that makes
I mean, I'm not blaming you for your ancestors' crimes. Just
it's like today, even in our current history books, the Nubians are never mentioned as to how what our ancestors did. For those history books remain with Ra's descendants in the skies, and only those invited to their home can see it if allowed to.
So you slaughtered them all, and then ripped them out of history.
Yeah.
Sounds like his bad guess.
you know they
True, but-
history is written by
No.
victors. So
How exactly does one get to the homeland of the people of Roth to
I'm more curious about where
perhaps petition to see this these books?
I'm more curious
Well-
about where you find the homeland of the Nubians, where it was.
Oh, it's probably gone.
But there's probably a location.
Well, like I said, there's a lot of things that have been ripped from the history. And the only place to access any of Ra's descendants is in the Sun God's Way, southwest of here. But it's very well hidden. And really only a descendant can find his way there, so you just have to find an Arakocra somewhere within one of the harbinging 4 cities that line the river. Now, you said you were asking. Did you say you were asking about where the Nubians came
I
from,
think
or
that's
where they were
interesting.
located?
Where the homeland would have been located.
Let me get talking here. They're located in the sands of the dead. It said that their city was buried beneath the sands when the genocide essentially happened to hide it.
Alright. So you don't know a general area then?
It'll be northwest of here,
Northwest?
towards the Ashland Mountains. It's a bit of a travel.
But where did we come from?
You guys can.
We came from the sea.
So,
You know. You act like you knew.
Say Ashwind Mountain?
Huh?
Say Ashwind Mountain?
Yeah.
You know, I told you. Yeah. So
Trying to take very, very precise notes. It's a lot of writing.
So we need to hunt down the Eric Walker then, it sounds like. You know any?
Like I said, we'll have to just venture to some of the other nearby cities along the river. Some of the descendants have tried to forget the past, kind of like we've done. I feel bad for what my people did, but I can't change what they did. But the book that he has, he cannot access it without a key, though. And it's been told that there is a temple located in the Sun God's Way, where something terrifying guards his key, so no mortal can get it. But if he's got the power of the book, he may be able to attain it himself.
But you said you needed the key to use the book, or just to?
It's still going to gain him some powers.
He just needs the key to access the inside. He can draw from the ambient magic of the book, but he can't actually read the book.
Correct.
Yeah.
Very well.
So
Do you personally know any Tarot that might be near there that we could speak to, or is it?
yes. So no.
They don't tend to come near our cities anymore. Yeah, it's more of a falling out that we've had over the last
Really blame them.
100 years.
They started it.
So which city is the most likely to have Mega Conqueror in it?
Not this one.
Well, it's least likely. That's most.
This is one that you might have a chance is Kadala.
Kadala. Alright.
You spell that?
Just Kidala.
To the southwest.
Kadala is straight west. Just follow the river and it'll take you straight to it.
Oh, I think we should go there.
I think West sounds good to me too.
But I cannot speak for what my people did in the past, but I can speak for them now. My people have done nothing wrong and should not be punished for my ancestors' actions.
I agree. The best is the best.
I would like to employ you all into fighting this Anubian and stopping him from achieving whatever it is he's after. As you can see, like, some of his guards are in this room and they have the markings too. He's like, whatever curse or whatever he's put on them, I have no idea what it does, but if he's talking about things happening in the days to come, it can't be good.
I would recommend sending anyone that's a god with the markings on. Probably have just for a while.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea.
It's your job though, you know. You do what you need to do.
Observe them for any changes.
So, you said that they were magical though, right?
Yeah.
The tattoos.
Don't if I'm not going to. That's not like
Trust these are
You know, now that you mention it, your tattoos and their tattoos are pretty similar.
I mean, mine are blue. That's a purple. That's not an old man.
Well, blue is just purple is just blue and red.
Nah.
If I put like a red piece of glass over your tattoos, it'd be purple.
But then I'd also be red. I'm not red.
He's got you there.
How similar are his tattoos to their tattoos?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Mine are very jagged.
Very lightning bolty.
You could say that.
On the backside, it says "Love Thor."
It's like a heavy metal album.
It says yes. It says Mjolnir enter here.
Right there.
Now that means up to interpretation.
Me and my we came to the city to get supplies to continue our travels. Would you be able to perhaps provide some supplies so that we could travel west to Kadala?
Yes, we can give you the supplies it would take to get from here to there. It's a very dangerous trek, and it's very hot, so I would definitely stock up on a lot of water.
Yeah.
All right.
Water.
But who's
You make
going to be the leader of this brigade?
Not right now.
We've only known each other
Okay,
for 12 hours. It's hard to
Today.
pick a leader and such.
I think Kelvin's probably a good bet. Kelvin or Ortall, personally. Ortall's pretty good at reading the stars. I think it maps point out the charter.
I have
I will be the leader.
I have quite some experience.
All right, done. He walks over to his throne area, opens a box, gets a symbol out. He's like, and he hands it to him. He's like, if you go to any of the vendors in town and use this, show them this, and they will give you a pretty decent discount on things.
Let's take it to
We're getting all over again. And ladies. And men. And lizards. And animals.
All. Yeah.
It's
So I guess we are.
Utopia.
I think it'd be a good idea.
That's exactly what the party is.
What about you?
Look at that map.
We are separate.
There's a lot of good stuff out there.
And these three were over. What about you two? We did that for those
More answers,
answers.
more knowledge. It's not home.
Okay.
Now my bag's pretty empty. If you don't want to walk, I know you're kind of small. You can just hop in the bag.
Well,
All right. The office stands. Before you'll buy hats or something, we'll get rid of torch otherwise. Especially you, you're really fast, you know. Winter and everything.
it'll be okay.
He has a purple cloak. He's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Caston.
Hey, thinking about it, his cloak is the same color as those tattoos. You should be.
Yep.
Yeah, what's with the tattoos? On your cloak?
Seeming awful fishy right now.
So,
And the tattoos are glowing.
You were being screwed through my tattoos. I'm being discriminatory as well.
Hey,
Yeah, your
hey,
tattoos are
hey.
glowing.
It's
Who's the biggest purple motherfucker here?
Yeah.
No comment.
No comment.
What the fuck's up with that?
Yeah, but your tattoos are glowing, their tattoos are glowing.
He was glowing. Why would
Yeah, but his was glowing like stars, yours was glowing tattoos like they glow. I'm not like you're
What?
shit, people first. Ask us, just
I would.
Ladies, like,
But not
so
wrong.
beautiful.
Alright, so. You guys have got the emblem now.
how long does it take before anyone has access to the museum?
I don't think they're going to let anybody in. Well, probably won't let anyone in until the artifact is retrieved and put back in its place. We don't know what else could be stolen from there, so we don't want to risk anything.
Okay, yeah, perhaps if we look around with guards escorting me.
Well, probably not.
Do you know any story about any ruins of Alshin or any story of Alshin being around here?
We call history check.
Yeah.
Natural 7.
No.
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 Can't say it does.
Simple of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I can't say that I do, but these sands are littered with unspoken history and lost things, so who knows?
That's kind of what made sense to me. Alright. So fun lizards. You go shopping.
You guys have got this thing. You got. Well, now you guys could do what you were originally wanting to do. And you wanted to split up and go talk to different people.
Well, no, we gotta stay together because he's got to rock for the discount.
So I left
True.
the
Yeah.
oil part of
Hey,
it.
Zoya, you want to hold this?
You made it back down to you probably make it back down to the dock area by now.
I hand you the
So-
discount, right?
I was just trying to get out of the castle there.
Okay.
Like a cheap one.
And then I am going to go get another dragon fruit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to get 2. Still one in my pouch. Already marked my silver off.
Or you just want to get really in?
And then I wanted to ask a few people about like trying to get rumors of the ruins.
Mm-hmm. Which one are you trying to get rumors about?
The dragon ruin that he was after.
No one seems to know what you're talking about, so you don't quite know if his information is.
And then I'm gonna kind of get frustrated. I'm gonna find like a small alley with view of the entrance of the castle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna pull out a leather. It's like a canvas book with parchment in it, and I'm gonna start trying to recreate a drawing of these sand dogs, and kind of document the.
You can make a sleight of hand. See how good you draw this. Zip does it every Sunday.
Perform. 23.
Pretty accurate on all of them. They're very well drawn sandhounds now.
Okay.
So you guys make your way out. I'd say after about 10 minutes, you can see them finally making their way out from the palace area.
All right, I'll make myself visible to the party.
He starts lobbing arrows at you guys. Level 2!
You figure 2 good ones, I'm down.
That'd probably take 3 for me. 3's not a lot, though.
No, you guys will just see me with like low cloak. Just walk back towards you guys after the escort.
I'd say it's probably middle of the afternoon now.
Well, supposed to be there's lies in heading west. It's says nothing to speak for anyone but myself. And possibly you. I don't know if you're going somewhere else or if you're
You're all good.
continuing to travel with me.
What's the plan?
I believe there is a partner relic to what the man stole. I believe he's going after that next, so they are sending us to investigate, see if we can't help defend it in some way, or to at least notify them that danger is coming.
We get paid.
We get a fat discount with ours. You give them a hefty discount for the game.
Yeah, not too many questions for us, so.
Oh, you ask a question? Actually, a question I can't.
So are we working for the city now?
I
We're government employees.
think we're
It's more concerned with
We are working
troops are in there.
in the interest of the city.
I'm paying
We're
that.
working in the interest of
So we're
people in
working-
general.
Never
You saw him up to
67.
all interested to be running in there.
Apparently that book he had was some powerful artifact.
Audacity.
And you guys can multi, quest, because, you picked up 2 more, you can do a long wolf quest.
Did we get any leads on the other things?
Before I go talk about the things, the flower and the stalker.
Flower,
Pedophile.
and creature.
Oh,
We round out on that before.
That's
we
gonna be a rare
He
thing.
could be
Yeah.
a man
Could.
who just jerks off on his
It's other way
windows.
around.
Alternatively, he could be a weirdo woman jerking off the men's windows.
You would love Waterdeep. There's a special corner. It happens a lot.
That's
What?
Yeah. It's in JP's hometown on his over here.
No kidding.
She's a pervert in your hometown, really?
There's a lot.
Well, probably. Anything.
Look at that mustache. That's got.
Yeah.
Anything.
Extreme
that
sexual
takes me-
list.
Anything that takes me the fuck out of this place.
Well, we're definitely going out of this place. We're going to a small town, but we're following a river for most of
We need to go get the hints on the quests first, and then we come back in and do
it. Right. The Lila lady, she was looking for
flowers.
flowers for her shop, so I'd assume she'd be in the market where we'd be getting our supplies. No?
That's fine. Just making sure we keep on
Yeah,
the
most of the quest things said that if you had any more information, you could just go to the person who was requesting it for more information. So
vulnerable
The market.
waters.
See this dead
Markets.
Not that how.
we'll make it to the market.
Buffalo.
What we're trying to find first.
We're all about to crack my hole.
The flower lady.
All right. So as you're going to the market area, you'll see it's kind of like a pretty decently sized hut. It seems to have some purplish green smoke coming out of the chimney that's connected to it. And on the front of the building, it says the Desert Rose.
I wonder what we're going to find.
It seems like the right place.
So I'll walk in. How, you said it's like a hut kind of deal?
It's a pretty, yeah, it was a pretty big one.
Oh, it's a big.
Yeah.
Will all 7 of us fit in there?
Yeah.
You're.
Too much
You
power?
might struggle
Fish
getting
out?
through the door. You might struggle getting through the door.
Heavy.
It is
Yeah, there you go.
very
Side,
important.
little sideways. There. And he's in.
Alright. Well, you
So as you guys walk in, you're met by all sorts of aroma throughout this hut.
So you lost my sense of smell and memory experiment years ago.
There you go. So everybody else smells this.
Smelling a freak machete accident.
Behind the counter, you can see
Those
kind of like
vials.
pouring some vials into stuff and mixing them and whatnot. You see a female wood elf. Light brown skin, light green hair. She has light blue eyes. Everything's light. She's like 5'2".
Peasant.
I just.
my first chance to look down this time.
But as you guys come in, she's just like, hello, welcome to my shop.
Are you Lila?
That would be me, yes.
You saw the posting about you looking for a specific flower, no?
Yes, I am.
Okay. We might be leaving the town soon, so we came looking for information on what type of flowers.
Yes. What I'm looking for is very specific to the region. They call it's called the dark petal lilac. It is located north of here. And they're kind of sparse and rare, but I use them to make a lot of my oils and potions and stuff. So they're a very vital ingredient to what I do for work.
What type of potion?
They are used for oils that can make the area very slippery.
So oil. Okay.
I don't
Or-
know if that's lube.
If applied to a person, it seems to have a weird magical effect, giving the person the benefit of the freedom of movement spell for 4 rounds. And the one, if you put it on the ground, it does it equal to grease.
So how far north of the city we're talking for the area?
It's about a day's travel.
Okay.
Faster if you have desert mounts, but for each flower that you bring back, I'm willing to give 1 gold per flower. But like I said, they are really hard to find, and the area has some very territorial insect people that reside there.
Right.
So it makes it kind of dangerous.
So let's pay 1 gold for a very rare flower in a dangerous area.
Well, yeah, seeing as I don't really make too much business here, I can only afford so much.
Perhaps instead of gold and butter, we bring you the flowers, you give us goods.
It could be arranged.
What other types of potions do you sell?
She has potions of healing. She has like other regions and stuff for spells and whatnot. If you needed stuff, you come here. But yeah, she's still. It seems like she's still trying to find her way on mixed matching stuff. So
What color are these flowers?
they're black.
That makes sense. Do they just grow out in the desert? Do they grow in a cave? What are we looking at here?
I know they kind of grow along the Ashwood Mountains. As you get closer to there, they seem to become a little bit more prevalent.
Ashwood Mountains, that's where the sands that look.
Yep. Dog people.
So maybe after
Anubians.
they're supposed to be going west. This is.
I think going west makes sense first. We can cut him off before he gets
She
too
seemed to
close.
be like just like experimenting and learning that way, or does she seem to have like stuff written down?
Like as things work out, she writes it down, but it's mostly like experimenting to see what happens.
So is this like a open offer for just people bring you the flowers you need all the time, or is it you need them now? Kind of?
It's just that people bring them to me and pay them.
Okay.
That's the first time I've heard of Nubians. Do I know anything about that culturally, historically?
They way gone. They got genocided 1,000 years ago, and then
Like I said, they
Way
tried.
gone.
Their main goal was to really hide them from the history. So.
They way gone.
So you have potions that heal.
I do.
Man,
Oh, I have this rock, and I hold it up the wrong way. Oh,
No, you don't
flip it
have
around.
Zoya does.
Zoya back.
Give it back.
Oh, you should have
Yeah. It's supposed to get us a significant discount.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, we would like to potentially purchase some of these already for
Well,
our journey, to deal with the dangerous bug people breed.
I do have 5 in stock at the moment. I normally charge 50 gold a piece, but since you are doing work for the Lord, I will.
And yourself.
Yes, but you'll be paid for that. But I'll give you a half off discount, so that'll be 25 gold.
I'll take one.
So there's 4 left.
I'll also take one.
3 left.
I'll take one.
2 left.
I can.
I can.
That's your call.
T-roll shit.
For being a no, I own super shit.
I'll pick 2.
From a very rich family. I've been on the road for a while.
I'll take the one that I've
Funds are exhausted.
say, put that on.
She
belt.
drinks it.
Would you be interested in any other? Are there any other rare flowers in the travels that you might be interested in?
Don't you worry.
Do you have a description or a photo or anything, or a picture drawing of the flower?
It looks like a lilac, just
Black
black.
lilac.
Well, yes, it might have a certain number of petals.
So they usually grow in like a north slope.
No.
They're very.
Do they lean towards the
They
sun?
also feels like
They grow from
along the Ezra River are the Ezra Blue Lilies,
Are those,
which can only be located in. Huh?
Does that value?
No, it's a sports team.
No, I'd say it's an NFT. There's all blue lilies, you said?
Yeah.
What do you use those for?
I don't know yet.
Oh, they're just flowers that you'd like to. Okay.
Exactly. And then the only other one that we know of is the Death Rose,
That one sounds fun and exciting.
located in the Sands of the Dead.
Sounds like the name
that
of
also
this doesn't
That,
have
so that one's also near the Ashwood Mountains, yes?
Yes. The Ashford Mountains go very far throughout the desert.
Yeah.
So there's a
Assuming that's a black rose.
somewhat it has the appearance of that it's already wilted, but it still has properties to it that can be used.
toxicity, just grabbing them. Should be careful.
I don't personally know. I've never actually been brought one.
I think
Any
I'm
note
quite good with
on
this.
any potions?
A little bit of apples.
Our friend is very interested in things like that.
I mean, if you were to spend some time with me, I could show you how to make the oil of slipperness.
Lube. You need to go with a brand name for lubricants. Market is a little different.
But outside that, I'd like to keep my notes to myself because, would like to run a business eventually of having multiple things myself and having things of my own concoction.
She would be willing to help and share any notes she finds in any other cities.
I can teach you how to draw with me. You don't have to wait here to do it. I know. You know how to draw with me? Let's learn together. We can learn this. Yeah, right.
The blue lilies, the Ethros, you said the blue lilies go along the river, yes?
Yes.
And I believe one of my tournaments asked, but I don't think you answered. Are you willing to pay for them, or is it just...
I mean, if you bring them to me, yes.
Okay. It's just, you collect, if we bring a reference.
Any handling notes on any of these flowers?
The dead rose, I would keep them separate from any food or water that you have.
No, it's poison.
They can contaminate it pretty easily.
I was meaning more, do they need to be brought back to you freshly picked or...
Dried work.
Well, the dead roses, that's a little hard for as far as the way they are, but they're easily to deal with. The blue lilies, though, once they are taken from their spot, do seem to die pretty quickly. So,
If we got seeds, you can pick them up.
So, like, how quickly is it? Like, a couple of days? Hours?
less than a week.
So it's more on the way back through. Gotcha.
I have a question.
Hmm.
Went to Tannery yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a lizard folk lady.
Mm-hmm.
Or can you describe her to me?
Voluptuous.
It's
big old
next year going to get made.
Thick as she is
Um,
tall.
She is, I would say, a lighter green variant than what you're used to seeing. She has only just grown up in the city, so she hasn't traveled outside of it. So she is born and raised in the city. She doesn't seem to be as standoffish to people as you are in crowds.
Not interested.
But anything else?
No, I don't have any questions right now. We can try this. Is the stalker quest? Is it someone for us to learn more information?
That you can get the answers from. That's on the gate leading out of the city.
All right.
Which gate?
The west.
The main one you guys came through. There's the docks and there's just the main gate that enters.
Oh, okay, there's not northwest.
Yeah, correct.
So general goods to buy supplies for the trip.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys want to purchase?
I mean, I could use some kind of head cover.
Yes, I believe we all could. You've had the desert roads.
He's just gonna bask on a rock.
Maybe a stable.
Yes. The big mounts. Yeah.
Sounds
I feel like those would be closer to the gate, though.
Yes.
Is it like to go find a general store? Liquor store?
need a cart.
You might need a cart.
Why don't we just tie behind you and let you sled through the
I
sand?
might be able to.
About that when we get there.
Then if you don't.
It's like 400 something down.
400. Pick me up.
Okay,
I'm
that's
pretty
enough.
happy today.
That's cool, you.
Like,
In the sand with.
What about some skis?
my cart is not that terrible idea, although carts don't do so well in sand.
Jesus, that hurts.
How sandy is this desert? Is it like full of dunes or is
Yeah.
it okay?
It's a desert.
There's like basic deserts that are mostly rocky
It's
than
not like
they're
that
more.
valley. That's all like broken.
We need a camel.
This is the section.
We need camels.
Alright, so first one, we're still in the market. General goods. Anyone need anything outside of general goods?
I mean, water.
Well, that's general goods.
We can always go to the well and get water if we get those things. I'm sure there's a well in town. It's a desert town, so.
Either just make water.
That's useful.
You might bring some.
Can you explain that to me? You like create it from your body, dude.
I mean, I can do that.
Do that.
He just turned around. He's like, no.
No, it's
So your water skin.
Magic water.
Yeah, it looks like a water skin.
Oh,
I won't be able to do it today.
Your water
Mark,
skin,
I feel it.
It's a little warm now.
Traveling weight.
I was gonna stock up on water skins, but if you could just refill mine, that'll be.
How many bunch of skins do you think you can fill with?
Depends on how much you drank that day.
Yeah, and how big the water skins are too. I mean, that's
Oh, like get out the jam and water.
Listen to JP talk to the right. You would go along with that bear.
Thank you,
That was a
Liz.
shot. You can fill 10 1-gallon water.
Thank you, Liz.
That's like all.
Well, if you guys are
That's an awesome
said you're looking for mounts, maybe you guys should check out
Mounties? Monties?
Ivan Strider's.
Ivan Strauss.
of course.
It's no Monty's Mounds.
No. Where would that be?
He'll be located next to.
It's near the game,
The
yes.
General Goods Store.
General
Sure.
Goods.
Why not? Conveniency.
Right.
Commodore wares.
What is the name of the general goods store?
He didn't get one.
I didn't ask. Are you asking her?
I can't call it.
Let's see here. It is Gerbert's Goods.
Like that name.
City Doe.
I knew that.
Gerbert's Goods.
Gerb, you know? Good old Gerb. He's a good feller.
So if you can cover the water, all we need is head covers,
Yes,
just a
I
steak
know.
roll, food.
Are you hungry?
These,
Here's a good berry. Here's a good berry.
I don't know what to say. They're helpful, but I don't have actual food.
You know, beggars can't be choosers.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Eats it. Yep. Zoya's good for a while.
She was good for whole days.
I'm good for 4 days. I ate 4 of it.
No, you're just super bloated.
So you guys make your way to
You
the
feel super bloated.
make your way to Gerbert's Goods.
Yeah.
All right. So what are we procuring from Gerbert?
I'm gonna use a decent.
Oh, actually, never mind. That's not the owner name.
It's but the owner is not good.
No, it's not.
His name's Gerb.
Actually, as you walk in, you see a large Loxodon male. Kind of sitting there adjusting things with his trunk on the shelves and rearranging
How large
things.
is large?
Huh?
How large is large?
Twelve,
Talking 7
Bigger
plus.
than him.
Talking 7 plus. or-
Yeah.
12 inches.
Nice.
Around.
I've seen,
Yeah.
Andrew, have you ever looked at the list of NPCs for Strixhaven?
Yeah.
There's some of the oddest races.
Mm-hmm.
There's some weird ones. So
But he hears you guys walk in and he turns around and he accidentally knocks something off with his trunk but catches it real fast. He's like, oh,
who's hair strong?
his trunk.
Stick.
Good catch.
It's in there. It's just pulls up loose.
It's like, oh, hello there. My name is Bertus. This is my shop. What can I help with you today?
Hey, so we're going out into the desert.
Oh,
This is our rock.
Yeah. And we were wondering if we could get some proper desert wear.
And we thought this guy was the leader.
He said it, not us. For food and some
There was a boat.
coverings and
I didn't-
such things from the
oh, I should be able to help you easily with that. See,
Also,
don't block the
My-
back area.
notebook is getting slightly full. You have notebooks or journals or anything of the sort.
He's like, not at the moment, they don't. Unfortunately. But
I'll just have to use this pen.
he's like, what kind of wares are you looking for this trap?
I like head coverings and stuff.
A nice sandy brown shawl would be pretty nice.
Tents.
Turban.
I was
rope.
on 10 too.
A graphic.
Churchman?
Yeah, turban.
Churchman?
Animal teeth.
Animal teeth?
Animal teeth?
Animal teeth.
Sure.
Add it to the list.
I would assume there's no bone workers guild or anything in the city.
Is there a bone workers
I
guild?
don't think so.
Good to know. Yeah.
Yeah. Food. Coverings to keep the sun off of us.
Right out some white covers. It's like elephant ear hats.
It requires, I was going for a stylish thing. You know, beggars can't be choosers.
Oh, you need something for travel. My bad. And he comes out and brings out some like
I do like
darker,
this. I do like
darker
those.
headwear cloaks.
You should market those. They're very choice.
Oh, these are mostly for the Day of Remembrance. People like to wear them around the city and enjoy themselves.
It's a very.
Damn remembrance.
What are you remembering?
I mean,
Someone finally asked.
if you can't go to a store that sells animal teeth,
Once a
you
year,
don't need to be in a city.
Alunia celebrates those who died in the wars long ago with festivals, dressing up, makeup, food, and games. It's essentially like their Halloween.
I love Halloween. Good thing we're going out of town.
Is it more like Dia de los Muertos?
Dios
That's
the
the Mexican holiday celebrated today.
Day of the Dead. Dios de los Muertos. Muerte. I don't speak Spanish.
City has a fascinating obsession with death.
Dia.
De los
Dia.
Muertos.
Dios
It's De los.
de los.
But you
Day
needed
of the Dead.
you picked up the clothes or the headwear to travel, and then what else did you need?
Food questions?
Animal
Okay,
teeth.
rations.
Yeah, did they? How far down the road or down the river did you think it was like a week
To get where?
to get to Kidala?
West.
50 feet of rope.
How much for the clothes?
After the rock.
He's just kind of like bundling everything together, plus, your lion emblem. Yeah, so you keep throwing it in my face.
All right, here's a rock.
Just says a rock. That was supposed to.
It's a rock.
Let's place the wrong side of fresh guys. So just flip it around.
And somehow every time you pull it out, it's backwards.
It's about to go down. It's a rock. Wait.
It's the same on both sides. Don't tell them.
It's actually a coin, so it's upside down if it's the right side up.
Let's see here. It is. It'll only take about 2 or 3 days after you get to Ganal.
Alright, that's not bad.
To get to the Sun's God Way, though, that's like a week's travel without mounts.
Which, without Mount, is that past Kadala or from?
It's completely southwest of Port Ellen, so like
So we can be on straight south.
So it'd be a little bit shorter because we're going a little bit west, but wouldn't be that much because we're not going south at all.
correct.
Southwest is
That's all.
Sun God's West.
Yes.
Sun God's Way. I have that in. Sun God's Way, yeah.
Alright, what are we looking at cost wise for all of this? Up to the rock, of course.
Throw in a set of those ears.
Instead of those here, you got it, buddy. Actually, you know what? I can hand them to you.
They're on the house.
They're on the head.
You don't have a front door for your shell when you can do your head inside.
Yep.
I've been telling you for some time. Why for
I will look at the cloak that I'm wearing.
No, you need a desert cloak. Wow, a fancy warrior's cloak.
It was a gift from my father.
That well, you want to keep it good. Do you want to put the other cloak over the top of it?
I've kept it. It's good. Well,
You need to start
I
training.
appreciate it. You think?
Yeah. When's the noble?
If we go to a place that looks down on nobles, you may want a cloak that doesn't look like an noble.
Oh, dollars for a lot of places.
All together and half off,
I love that.
about 5.
Here you go.
$5 for all the clothes?
Oh, it's all
All
a
of
good guy.
How many rations?
How many
No.
did you need?
So it's like $1 a cloak? Or how many cloaks were you getting?
He got it all.
I just gave him $5.
Okay, for that. So, rations, there's what? 7 of us for traveling.
I got good
Probably
news,
at least 3 days before we hit another village.
Their rations they're cheap.
So, like, 20 rations?
Pretty
roughly?
good.
They're silver, but yeah.
Good, like 20. Is that, yeah, think like 20
Let
rations.
me give you a
Or
gold.
does rock?
I wouldn't say no.
That was with the discount.
Okay. So how much for the
Friends and family discount as well.
It's just $5 only.
You know,
You have 20 rations to divvy up how you
I'll
want.
marry his daughter here in the house. You gotta use it. You gotta use it. You can, you know.
Plus, you also have, someone who's good at hunting stuff, and then you have good berries.
Yeah.
Excuse me. We have 2 people good at hunting things.
My bad.
I can shoot things with an arrow.
haven't seen it yet.
I
trust you.
Anything else here?
I would defer to your skills, but I would happily follow and take the back shot. You know.
I think we're gonna go next door.
Sometimes you have to stay in the back.
Sure.
Um,
Otherwise, the rear is important.
Ivan's Striders.
Like a whore. I mean a whore. I mean a horse.
Alright, so as you approach this, it looks like a. I guess like when you go to like the fair and they have like the pony rides, it's just like one of those little small things.
Petting zoo.
Yeah, but as you get closer to it though,
Pick the animals inside of the whole area.
as you get closer to it though, it's only got like, I would say like 2 horses in it. I'm just sitting there eating hay. I'm my own business, and there's just a guy sitting there, kind of like it looks like he's kind of just like whittling like a stick to like just a pointy end stick, you know, like he's bored. As you guys approach,
Good horse.
Excuse me, are you
yeah,
are you Ivan?
that'd be me.
Good. Gerbert's Goods is not ran by a Gerbert. Kind of one.
I love Burgess. He's great.
Great guy. It's just weird that it's called Gerbert's Goods and he's not Gerber. We are
Again, but was I just
we're looking to travel outside the city and we were looking for mounts for the travel.
Oh, yeah, well, you come to the right place, my friend.
I hope so.
Needing them now.
We're told to come here.
Well,
I wish you not to.
let's see here. As he kind of like eyeballs each and one of you.
Whatever the hell this is,
is-
I avoid eye contact heavily.
I don't. I will.
He's like, how much writing experience do all of you have?
Actually,
I was rode a boat for a month.
What are we riding?
He's like,
I hate horses.
he pulls out, like he reaches into his bag. He pulls out a little brown bead. And he's like, this right here, that's what you're going to be writing. And as he clicks it, he throws it. And as it kind of like magically like sits there and circles out, it hits the ground once, hits the ground twice, and then it turns into like a giant like chocobo looking thing.
No birds.
Yeah.
I have some writing experience with
He's like,
horses.
this is the Desert Strider.
Cool. I want to ride on.
How did
But-
it do that?
It's different from everybody because the beads are kind of bound to whoever gets them.
How much for a bean?
They're 100 gold. Rock. This guy doesn't really work on this guy because he's an out-of-towner.
So I have 36 of all.
We can't afford shit.
that's cool what you got.
Do you take loans?
But I do not.
How many people can ride on one? Two. Oh, probably.
Oh, yeah, probably one.
Actually, I have the yours. Well, maybe. I can handle yours.
What if I were to give you 30 gold and 1 potion of healing?
Well, that's 80 gold.
You don't know the value of potion, that.
Everyone knows about potions.
That's the best I can do.
Is there any way we could work some of this debt off? Maybe to
What about 50 gold and a potion?
That's something that I might be able to work with. Let's see, work.
Dollar money.
Work.
It's not there, please.
I mean, what can you
Friendship
do?
definitely not.
We can do lots of things. What do you need to do?
I don't know about them, but I have knowledge of anything outside the city, hunting.
I know I've done a lot of weird stuff.
Maybe I could bring you back some more horses. Looks like you might only have a couple.
Oh, these 2 are mostly just for my travel purpose and the other one's for carrying and stuff. So, but I like where your mind's going. On my travels through here, I did pass a couple of odd insect things. They did try to attack my striders when I was sitting there, kind of letting them stretch their legs.
Did you notice
Bad for business.
flowers around?
I was really paying too much attention to flowers.
Sure.
But I would say if you can bring me a couple of heads to show that you've gotten rid of the nuisance, it'd make my travels from here back home a lot easier.
Where are you from?
He is from. I am from Norbury.
Which direction?
That's way west. Like it's below the Callistian Kingdom and above the Thing Wilds.
So forward.
These
Yeah, it's
insect
really
people, were you coming from the north? Lila mentioned something of territorial insect people near the Ashford Mountains.
Oh, they're all over there.
So just in the direction west as the one.
Yes.
How far west?
It's a few days travel.
This is turning into a game of we walk 2 days there and come 2 days back just to get mounts
What
that
if
are
we-
gonna, that would make it take
That's
less than.
not-
But if you get,
It's not his concern.
what if you put us the mounts on loan?
That is our
I
problem.
mean, that's something with you as deposits, such
Let's
as
just get
potion of
frustrated.
healing. Went and got the insect heads using them to be
I'm
faster.
frustrated with
And then we all
random
win.
people that own.
How am I supposed to know that you're all going to come back to the
Like,
city
it's
after
turning
I
into
give you striders?
Oh, we have
Just wait, we could have
this
died.
thing, but we're just
Quite simply,
doing the things. Get
we have jobs to
faster,
do,
when we can just walk.
and we're quite capable. Sure, you know about the town being attacked by sand animals
Let's
recently?
see if we can go.
We're the ones who defeated them.
Actually,
You just keep getting it up, Fanny. Hey,
Wait,
50 something.
I'm gonna stick to
oh man, this is not gonna go well.
Is there a reason to go to Qatar?
Or
they're looking for a. They said they're
it's like,
looking for another
look, I get it. You're at the right place. You're at the wrong place at the right time, and you did some good. But that's not going to help my business knowing that, hey, these guys could just get something and then just take off.
we have jobs to do here. We are
Is there
currently working with.
anyone in the city?
What's the name of the dude again? The name of the man that we just were helping get do the thing.
No, I was looking at his throne.
Which the king, Lord
Yeah.
Tolian.
Lord
Like a big
Tolian.
box.
That's what
We
the
have worked with him, and that's why we have the rock. You're kind of getting gear to go do a quest for him as well, so we'll be back no matter what.
So what if I get, or what is something that I can have in return for putting my faith in you?
Well, for one thing, you have a healing potion.
Apparently I have two.
Because I don't have it going on. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty poor.
If we can get three
So I
of
was
them, we
really
should
hoping
be
that you
fine.
guys were going to go spend your money first and then come here.
Other than that,
I didn't have it.
So we are for sure coming back. We are for sure coming back.
how long would it take us to get there and back
You want
and
some leather or-
everybody ride the
If
steeds?
it's not they moved on from their spot, I don't know.
Well, they're where they were originally.
And then it'd be like a couple of days, like I told him.
Okay,
That's
here's the
with the
deal.
mounts?
Yeah.
A couple of days on the mounts.
No, on the mounts it'd only be like a day.
So, I am willing to give you as a holding on deposit this bow, the one along off my back, which is worth 50 gold apparently,
Okay.
and this healing potion. That's enough to get one. I will need that back. I'll need that back when I come back to that with that head there.
What, Matt?
I don't know the words I want to say.
Oh, well, I don't think pull out one of them. Like, pull out a piece of paper.
And like, just have out that you have at the moment.
We have two.
You have two at the moment that you might be able to get.
So that's 100 gold put down. So
You did 100 and you said you were going to do what you did, so that's two.
Yeah, so we just need one more.
Three or seven here. We need two
We will
more.
cover the third.
They can get two each of them.
We will cover the third straight up.
Okay. Now I have to ask, who's going to be the main riders of these?
I can ride.
So you three.
No, if we're paying for one of them, unfortunately,
Yeah.
One of the two is the only
one of the two of us will be the.
I will with him. You two will be together. You two will be together. I will get you.
Okay. All right. So he asked the three people that are going to be steering them out, essentially.
4 people will be steering them out.
Or
It says it's an all
Turn into one of those animals.
no,
There'll be two-
it's good if there's two riding. Is there's going to be one person who's actually on the thing. The person who's back.
Yes, but
Wait, so there's 3 gold?
They're doing some sort of weird magic.
Yeah.
I got some
He's got a weird thing. Yeah. So if I can have the three,
mouse.
maybe actually four. Who wants to go first?
Me.
he does.
All right. So they'll look in. Just reach your hand in and pull out a bead.
It's a dig.
Give me this one.
It's 100% a dig.
Aw.
So there's yours.
Sick.
So who's next? Oh, Matt's like, you're a bird.
That's a bird riding a bird.
Hot bird on bird action.
Are these chocobo minis?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then who's the last?
Is it me?
I got the one I wanted.
Or is it him?
I got
We're gonna ride together.
I put a deposit down on mine.
I just don't care to pay some,
Yeah.
but I don't know you guys that well yet.
So because I figured you two
How do we
could
work this out?
Then why did we three buy all three of them?
I
This is what I was just saying.
was trying
Send
to
it to
talk
me,
to
good.
Get the
the.
report.
I was trying to talk to the.
Are you gonna ride alone?
when everybody else made plans.
Why not? Yeah, you have one. We have not. I mean,
Yeah,
that's not
why
an
not?
idea.
We're going back for.
And this is the
for a
only
minute.
place that sells horse or any kind of thing.
Well, I think these are the fastest option.
That many.
We want
We
that.
can travel efficiently. 3.
I won't.
4 would be nice because then he can have his own big old boy. But
Sure. You guys got it.
I mean,
You
we
can ride with me for.
No, I mean,
That's fine.
we
You
can,
guys can just go with 4.
Yeah.
I haven't even finished explaining what this thing to do either.
They rhyme.
there you go.
Yeah. Don't worry about the money. I got it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But we're getting a 4th one.
Oh, are you? If you're not, just pull the thingy. I'm not worried about it.
Okay, that's fine.
we are for sure coming back to the city. Right?
We're gonna get you now. I want my bow back.
Yeah, we're going to take care of
I'm
these.
gonna go rogue. Go with me. So I'm going to reach in
Oh God.
and I'm gonna pull a dragon scale emerald out as my out of my eye.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you about that later. It was something else that was part of my character for this. And so it's basically a fake eye. But it's like a pure emerald. It's like I don't know if this is acceptable for you. I'm gonna want it back, but this is my collateral. It's a family heirloom.
Since you hold it so dearly, I can see that it actually means something to you. So it'll be good
And
collateral.
it is worth more than what you seek, but I want it back.
So,
So it's a word 4.
so you're at 4. So Jesse, you go and pick yours now.
You can pick yours or you can pick whichever one's for.
Don't let it see in.
That was gummy.
Green. That thing.
And then you're getting one. You got 4 now.
He needs to write his own. So I'll buy yours.
He's a big giant boy.
Okay. Operation to the mystery box.
Oh, in order to burn a whole bunch of spells or features. Maybe money.
These also go back into beads. So I'm gonna die.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
I got the gold one.
Is there other ones in there?
Well, we gotta wait in case we do come back and end up getting 7. 1 for everyone.
And then honestly think you guys were able to afford them this time, so I have the sheets are like I have their cards already made, but I'll give those to you guys next session.
Do they have different stats for them?
Oh yeah.
Sick.
They each do different things.
The gold best one.
So
Yeah.
I thought gold.
This is better than translate that for the bright green one.
so when you
That is pretty poetic.
If I figured that help bunch for the red ones. Is
how do we
like,
rebane these?
Okay, so the way these things work.
Start, it's like a stuff sack. You just kind of.
Yeah.
You just shove on the bird until he collapses. That would be bad.
Alright. So you guys only have your beads at the moment.
Yeah.
So like I said, he's like, so some of them just click it once and then throw it. It'll bounce twice and then poof.
How long before it expands if we click it? Like if I hold on to it, would it kill me?
I mean, it might land on you.
That one pet.
If a
That's
little
the
bit.
question.
Yeah.
Blow your hand.
At 80.
Eat it. The only time they'll revert back to their beat form is if they sense danger, or they take a certain amount of damage and they just revert back to it.
And is that
So luckily, these things don't need food or water, because they are essentially elementals.
if they die and go back to a bane, then
Then it'll take a certain amount of days for them to be used again.
That's from damage, but if it's a danger, can they come back out?
Yeah.
What's it still?
Can we teach them to go back into bead form on command?
Maybe.
can we scare them back into
What if I get big and start posting here? We
can
just
just
start
start
knowing no bead.
Work that way.
I would like to name you Charlie. I know you look like that. Charlie.
As he talks to his bead. I love you, Charlie.
Hi, so you got Charlie. Other.
I can
Charlie.
help you get the fucking gold one.
Is the gold one better or anything?
Of course, it's the best one.
I will call our.
I'm assuming there's a yellow one. I'm fishing for it.
PT. No,
Cutie.
I didn't care calling one, but I grabbed one that's at the very bottom, to be honest with you.
Or all at the bottom.
Nah, this wasn't below another one. I threw it one off the top of this one to get this one. So get the fuck out. I don't need
I'll have to go and get back in it. Caston's like chucking it.
Yeah.
If you would like to name it, it's fine, but it's
Just some things.
Try the next thing, Ollie. What do you think? Bean shake on Ollie?
It's yours. You name it what you want.
Listen, we're a
You
team.
need to like to stare into the
Oh,
eyes.
eventually.
Yes, but until you do,
Well,
try to kill him.
here's your moment because well, then you're right off anywhere with a little bit of training. So go ahead and first off summon your Strider.
I choose you!
Each green, purple, red, gold. Yours has a special like flash to it when it comes out.
It's got something in it. It's
Yeah.
got a shiny one.
Yeah. All right, so they come out. They're kind of aloof to like even your presence at first. Like he's like, all right, so the first thing you need to do is get its attention and show it who's boss. So we'll start with you, and you can go ahead and make an animal handling check.
Okay, you want a berry?
9 plus a few numbers.
Hey, I'm bad in my hand. Looks like good. It's not bad.
Did my thing?
You tried to. I think it turned off.
Luckily, there's a backup.
Luckily.
Uh, 15.
It's not bad. So what do you say to it?
You want a berry?
It like puts its heads up towards you and like kind of checks it out of your hand. It doesn't need to eat, but it eats it. Kind of sits there and kind of ruffles its feathers toward you. And just staring at you now. You have its attention. All right, Qrux, you can try now. With your animal handling, you're driving, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Shoot it.
Friendship.
Okay. Does that have to be targeting a creature?
I mean, just as much as an animal handling check would.
To an extent.
This is an imminental.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess they're elementals, that's why.
It specifies beast, I think.
Well, would I be able to speak with it then? Or does it speak?
They don't speak. They don't have a language
But I
except.
have cool stuff.
Yeah, it was specified. I'll cast guidance.
Alright.
Hey, can you help me try to tame mine?
Nice.
Or what do you say yours?
Like you did
Or what do you do towards
It's
it
got the same.
to get its attention on you?
the last come out both of us. That's what I was getting
Well,
at.
I don't know where its head is, but I would try to just gently put my hand up underneath it
to touch it
and like,
Just stand with each other.
and just.
We get both in beans.
Big conquest.
It's
first.
Also checks too.
Once it comes to like its eyes make eye contact with you,
Should probably all.
and it senses that you're not trying to actually hurt it.
I'll go after each of them out either way.
All right, who's next? Oh yeah, let's do his animal handling.
Just some
It's
guidance.
good. So,
You know, beak.
beak to beak. Oh. So I will. Question: do I have my necklace?
I would hope so.
So I will hold out the necklace and approach it and just say,
It just swallows it.
friend.
And make your animal handling check.
She's got its teeth weird.
The guys a D4?
Yeah. That 13.
It kind of like looks at the your amulet, and it's kind of like not really showing any interest in it, but it notices you being another bird-like creature like it, and somewhat sees that as kind of a bond-ish thing. It's a little hesitant still of you. All right, Fulminus.
All right.
Let's see this animal handling.
Would you guys okay? Sure. I don't want to roll that yet. I'm looking at go. Now, Charlie, you get your options, Charles,
Ready?
baby. You get your options here. You listen. We're gonna wrestle.
Yours is gonna be the fire one. I can already tell.
Oh wow, that's absurdly bad. 7.
So you make
You're wrestling.
this gesture towards it. It's fine.
Let's get. You don't fucking do
It goes in
this.
for like a straight up like big attack on you.
They can do it. Go for it.
It misses. It rolled like a 7.
So
It misses.
that's it.
It's doing that rooster thing where the feathers are starting to stick up.
Put it in a headlock.
I'm just gonna reach up, have a grab from the beak and pull it down to my eye level.
Make a grappling check. A strength check.
Straight. You got it.
Athletics.
It's the same.
It's just raw. I don't know, just raw strength on
15.
It rolled a 18. So as you go to like do it, there's a cool offense like instant color attack at you.
Yeah.
You're what? That's gonna miss that. That's 11.
Fulminus, I thought you were good with this stuff.
Awkward handling animals. No. Hillingdon. Yeah.
Ivan's like, maybe you should stop going at such a aggressive thing with it and try a little bit more relaxation because you're just making it matter.
That's smart. Charlie. Charles.
I mean, you just let everybody just tame animals in the middle of your shop?
Sit with me.
Why not?
Has any stuff just gotten broken and stuff in the past?
All the time.
Charles, come sit down with me.
Chaos. I
Yeah.
like it.
Let's talk it through. You're mad. I'm mad. Let's hug it out. I'm gonna sit down crisscross applesauce on the floor and look up at him.
Okay, well, another animal.
It's an attention advantage.
That's fine. I'm just fine.
By Strider.
Maybe you should try a different language since that one does seem to be
I
working.
speak Elven, so I don't. That's absurdly good. Animal handling, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 22, 24.
No, that's way better than the last time.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Be nice to meet you.
Not.
all right. So as you take this more docile approach to it, and you sit down in front of it, your threatening tone is gone, or your abrasive one,
I'm just looking up at him.
and
saying,
it kind of comes down. You do get the fiery one, so
That's what I want. That's what I deserve.
it slowly approaches you, still a little hesitant with you, but
It's also the
it's not trying to kill you at the moment. All
It's
right,
fine.
one more animal
I don't-
handling
I'm
check.
not afraid.
It's a good bird.
It's a good bird.
Guidance.
That's a 20.
And yours at this point, it kind of like nudges up against you. Like it's ready to ride. Pat. All right, Johnny boy. Let's see what you roll in this second animal handling.
Guys, I want to do it.
I want to
Jokes on both of you, I already did.
Oh,
Don't believe you. I think you're full of horse shit.
Inside on your guidance.
And turn it up.
You can inside if you want this.
Both different color.
Guess you can inside again.
I don't know.
11. You did pretty good on the first one. After the boop, it's still kind of like nonchalant. But Ivan's like, a little bit more work, and you guys should have a pretty strong relationship, but it should be rideable. All right, bird boy. See what you do for your second one.
You guys. This time, instead of like holding the necklace, I'll grab Abba and hold her at my.
And Jesse's like,
There's so many birds. We got a big riding bird, a little person bird, and
so many
bird.
animals.
It's a
Wait,
fucking
what?
zoo. This party
It
is
seems to respect the bird on bird interaction.
You want a bird going on?
And is willing to let you ride on it now. All right, fiery boy.
Good thing I went to the store with the lube first.
Yeah.
It's still.
Made sure.
I'm gonna go. So you don't like Charles, turns out. You don't like Charlie. I'm gonna try Infernus. You seem a little fun.
It's a shift. Charlie to Inferno.
Listen, he didn't like it. What can I say?
It's actually really close enough.
I didn't like it.
He didn't like it, turns out.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Change the name.
Well, what'd you roll?
Back to
What'd you roll
Charlie.
your second time? A 24.
Yeah.
Alright, so that was like really high, and then a 10.
We're not doing good. I'm not good with talking to
It's
animals.
kind of like it like roughly nudges you in like in acceptance, but you guys have got some work.
That's fine.
Cut
I'm
out
getting
for you.
this therapy.
It's Charizard.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that.
you're ash right now.
He wants to fight, we'll fight.
It's a full blown level 70 Charizard.
If you don't think I'll beat the shit out of my Chocobo, he's fucking wrong.
But
I'll run. You're gonna ride it. It starts to buck, and you actually just start choking it out.
Just put my sword, just stab it in the fucking throat, and then come back.
he hands you each a few treats that they seem to enjoy. It doesn't really. It's not like a food something. They just enjoy them.
Yeah.
He's like, if they're feeling extra spicy, just give them one of these. It'll calm them down a little bit.
Can I
And
have
it helps with
extras?
training too along the way.
Can I have extras? I'm real bad time.
No, yours is more entertaining.
I don't disagree.
But he's like, thank you for your guys' business. And I do hope I see you back in town within the next few days because I am holding on to some pretty, I guess, valuable things.
Please don't sell one though. I'll be really sad.
But I wish you luck on whatever you're about to go do. And
Okay, that's actually lovely.
keep those guys safe because each time they get reverted back to their being from, I guess, a violent act, the next time that you summon back out, it takes longer for them to want to come back out, and they're a little bit more aggressive each time. So just remember.
Yours is just spent a couple too many times in fights.
It's
Like I
fine.
said, I'll have your guys. I'll have the sheets for them, or your guys' note cards for them next week.
A blood red chocobo makes a lot of sense.
But
a red chocobo.
I think with that, and before you guys make your way to the gate, is where we'll end tonight's session.
One thing.
Yeah.
When everybody gathers their stuff up, and all that, and leaves the thing, whatever this establishment, we'll go back. We'll make 1 eye to 2 eye contact.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you have legend on every card.
He's like, no problem. He actually sticks it in like where those like where he pulled the beads out. He sticks it in there. Like he keeps that on his person at all times. I will cherish it like I cherish my birds. Yeah.
I think that's just bird-like.
Your blood.
What?
Yeah.
What?